What is up, people? So, hope you guys enjoyed the new partial intro. But other than that, still working on it. Decided today was going to be a interesting day, a fun day. We're not going to do too much. Wasn't planning on a long one. I thought I was going to be working, to tell you the truth. But I got called off due to some asshole breaking some pipes. But whatever. More importantly, what I wanted to get into, kind of just piggyback off of what a lot of people have been talking about, and these are obviously observations. Like I said, it's going to be an open panel, as the title says. It's going to be an open panel, so I'm not going to talk your guys' ear off right now. And I don't want to give you guys a topic. I want to let you do it yourselves. Hopefully, Erebus, you got my DM in the server. I really hope so. Excuse me. Kind of see where it goes from here. So the thing, also, I'm trying a new background, trying a new style of background. So if, you guys like it, let me know. If you guys hate it, let me know. Trying to get the other stuff pulled up, so I'm ready. Get this back over here. All right, here we go. So let's say what's up to everybody. All right, so let's see who is here. What's up, Erebus? What's up, B-Ball? And again, those of you who haven't, go check out my description and go subscribe to B-Ball. Got wonderful observations, and if you have an idea, let him know. He may actually be able to take care of that and do that for you. What's up, Erebus?
What's up? What did I miss?
So far, nothing too special. Let me see.
See, I go on a cruise, I come back, and then things happen.
Okay, I'll give you the lowdown. Well, hang on. Let me finish saying what's up to everyone first. And and also give me an opportunity, a chance to get you guys in here. I wasn't confronted or not. I ended up talking to P Mars earlier, so he's kind of got me on edge. So I'm doing the Jose way, so I may not be looking at my phone at the moment. So if you try to get in and it takes a second, just give me a second. What's up, Dora? Who else is in here? Shawn, the most angry flat earther. What's up, Fred? What's up, Jose? And yeah, Jose, go ahead and go live, an hour and a half, 2 hours, no problem. I wasn't planning on going too long. What's up, Channel X? I hope you heard yesterday's stream, because hang on, people. Hi, Crash.
Yo.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, and I won't bring up too.
Thank you, sir. That's all I wanted to know. What's up, they and them? What's up, Blue Marble? How you doing, sir? Who else? Angle of Attack. How you doing? Brian. How you doing, sir? Soul Survivor. Digital Demonic. How you doing? And Hannah. How you doing, Hannah? Thank you for joining me, people. Like I said, it's gonna be open topic, so we're just gonna go off the cuff today. So Erebus asked what he had missed. Well, let me break it down for you. You have missed my choice to, from now on, if I see or hear Travis, to translate every time he brings up the ether band. What else has been going on? Been talking a lot about geoengineering and whatnot. And other than that, I can't think of anything else. That's about it. I may have missed a few things, but I don't watch too many different live streams besides Jose's and a couple others.
Yeah, during the cruise, my phone was off for the entire time. Well, let me phrase this: my phone wasn't my internet was
what's
off,
going on,
so
Sean?
I didn't go on YouTube or anything like that.
So you actually had a true vacation away from hell.
More or less. Well, sort of. It was an interesting few days. But other than that, I did take a good many pictures though. while I was on the ship. And you know what's funny? Not once did I see a band of any aether.
You mean atmospheric condition or atmospheric conditions?
Oh no!
Show me the ether. Show me the ether.
No, erebus.
I did see atmospheric conditions, and I'm gonna post one in the Discord real quick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
All right, but here's the thing. We've come to the conclusion, or actually, we've already come to the realization, and I've been speaking about it, that what Travis is talking about when he talks about atmospheric or the ether band is atmospheric conditions, and he denies everything because he can't understand what he's looking at inside that ether band.
I'm in here in the panel. Sorry to interrupt. I used to see is in the little biplane. She's doing it. She's streaming on the plane through the channel. So yeah, she's in the little plane. I heard her. She put a little stream earlier. She said she got 2 cameras and a P900 also. I don't know what she's doing. So I will check it out later after the show just to let you know like it's happening, and she's like live streaming. So good on her.
I believe what she's doing is trying to find curvature. The problem I see in this is that she's in a biplane. Biplanes don't go very high, but if she gets good pictures, we can always show her with tools that there actually is curvature. And I don't
all she's got to do is take it.
I don't think she's flying. I think she is giving like a tour flight. Someone you can like pay to get a flight somewhere or around.
Yeah. She's not herself personally flying the plane, but she's like it's a 2-person little plane, so it's cool. Good on her.
And I've heard a lot of good things about her. As in, she really is looking for truth.
And she did it quick also. She said, I got my GoFundMe money. I bought me 2 little cameras. She said she got all the receipts. She's going to show what she used it for. So that's good. She's been honest, and at least she's hand-on. Like, this is quick. I like it.
And you said the Plain Truth is airing it right now?
Yeah, she is actually. I think he gave her the stream key or something. She's live streaming. Her live stream is going through the Plain Truth channel. So I think he shared with her the stream key. So it's cool. He's got a handful of people watching. That's good.
That's awesome vid. He's not very high up at all, though.
And here's what's funny. I see our best friend Sean Hawkins in the chat. The angriest Glober. And he says, no, she isn't looking for truth. And I'm kind of interested in Sean elaborating on how he knows she's not looking for truth. And it's kind of odd that he is able to make that assumption out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Her description in her GoFundMe said she would actually be taking footage of the control panel.
I wonder if
she said she'd be doing a lot of stuff, so we'll see.
But what is that? What's the?
Not going to show her anything.
Well, no. In her description, it was to see that if they were going in an easterly direction, did they have to bank to continue in the easterly direction?
Yeah, she's pulling the P900. I like it to see what she can see. I mean, I know she's a rookie with the cameras and stuff, but like for real, at least kudos to her. She is on the plane. She's taking little footage, and she's keeping it real. I like that.
The best part about it is that I to figure out how real she is looking for truth. It'll be after this, because it's going to be what she saw, how she perceived it, and hopefully it won't be this proves to me it's flat type thing.
Exactly. Yep. How she going to interpret what her final thoughts about after this plane trip is? Yeah. After she reviewed the footage and think, sleep it off one night, and then she say, all right, this is what happened, what went down, and this is my conclusion. That's what I'm looking forward to hear her.
If she lands the plane and is like, it's flat, we got a problem.
Oh yeah.
That's my opinion.
Oh, I bet dollars to donuts. She just says that this reinforces the idea for her that it's flat.
And it's lagging, but it's not me. It's her stream is lagging a little bit.
I'm assuming it's because she's in a plane and she's probably streaming from her phone.
Hello everyone. How is everybody?
Hey, good.
Blue, is that a Stearman?
I can't tell from what I've seen so far what the hell it is. Probably a Stearman, though.
Yeah, her live stream is going to. If that's a Stearman, that's got a big dumb radio with twin magnetos on the nose of it.
Yeah, it's 450 horse. What the hell was it?
Different. I'm sorry, Blue.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just scratching my head.
What is she trying to? What's the goal here?
To
Okay,
prove
hang on,
there's
stop. Everyone, stop. Channel X.
Yes.
How you doing, buddy?
Yes. Great.
Did you hear yesterday's stream?
No,
Oh.
I can't listen to all of them. I'm sorry.
No worries. But the day before yesterday, remember we were talking about climate change?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well.
And you and Mandelbot got into it. Then you came on the panel.
Oh yeah.
We were
Mandelbot
discussing
said
it.
he wanted to. Yeah. He lost his mind. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you remember when it came clear that you hadn't answered a question yet. Now,
You
here's
still
the thing.
want-
Here's
you
the thing.
still have to-
Oh yes. Here's the thing.
You're still
You
serious.
stated that you understood. You sounded like a flat earther. And I thought about it, and I went,
Yeah.
I need to know what his opinion is of climate change. Here's a kicker. Before I can have you talking on this on the panel. Now, I don't expect you to say yes or no, because again, I'm on that third option.
I can give you my I can tell you exactly what I think, and you can choose to have me on your panel or choose not to have me on your panel.
No. Your opinion of it makes no difference to
Okay.
being on the panel. It's just that we
Oh,
know.
okay. Just so you know, rather than me obfuscating.
It's just
Yeah,
it's
that was-
more of like a little. God damn it! I need to know.
You know that was deliberate, right?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, good. All right, because it's like, that was a So the climate is changing. The climate has always changed. It would be ridiculous to assume that the
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, perfect. All right. Okay. 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 So just so you know, and everyone else knows, I did mute the panel on purpose. So the people on the panel and myself, we know Channel X's view on the situation, but no one else does. Just so you know. I did that on purpose.
Thank you.
If you're upset, then you guys should do it. You should
Actually,
act on the
Shawn,
side with respect.
we can
What's up?
talk like men sometime and patch it up. It's fine.
Oh yeah, but I just thought about it. I was like,
What's
I'm gonna
really
go
fun
ahead
is
and
that
mute
part,
it. They can hear
what's
us
really
now.
fun is part of the audience is gonna be really pissed off that can I talk to? Part of the chat would be really pissed off, and the other part of the chat would be really happy if they knew.
Oh yeah, that's 100%.
But I won't specify
it,
which part would be happy and which part would be angry.
it definitely
Right, I mean,
clarified, a lot of that stream that was unanswered. I mean, everyone on the panel agrees. He went into good detail about how he feels about climate change.
Yeah. And it's not an awful position.
No, not at all. Not at all. I actually.
So
I like it. Yeah.
My objection in this debate is essentially being called a threat to humanity merely by what I'm thinking, not what my actions are. Mandelbrot did not ask me what my actions were. He did not ask me if I recycled or how much pollution I create or what my carbon footprint or whatever those things. He didn't ask those things. He asked for what was in my mind.
But I'm
to
pretty
verify
sure
that.
I'm pretty sure we can say that we all agree that it was very clear that Metalbot set wasn't exactly all there. The normal type, what you would expect.
Right. I mean, I don't want to repeat what he put in the chat because it's just too even bizarre.
Well, no, I think what he put in the chat, I also believe that was a tinge of your trigger easily a thing.
Yeah, so there's a tendency in a chat room such as this is to perceive a weakness and exploit the weakness. It's the nature of these sort of chats because you're essentially anonymous, and even if you have your name, you're clear across the country, and there's no chance that someone is going to, you're never going to meet. So you're free to say whatever they want, and that's the nature of such chats. So, but here's the thing, I'm a contrarian, like you, Shawn. I'm a contrarian. So if someone basically just puts me in that position, I'm gonna do whatever I can to push their buttons, and that's what I did. My fault.
No, see, I don't think it was your fault.
Not push that button. Not deliberately push that buttons.
What I think is that you do get triggered a little easy. I think you do take some stuff to heart a little bit more than you should.
Yeah, yes, I do. Yeah.
But you definitely, if someone's going to ask someone a question about their opinion or how they feel about something, they should definitely choose the right way of doing it if they actually want a straight answer. And I feel the same way about it. I don't. What you did. So what you did, I don't take it personal at all. I don't even think it was wrong at all. Matter of fact, I've done it the same. It was like I said when I was telling you, it was more of a personal thing. Like I need to know, and luckily for me, I have a platform that you come on, and I have the opportunity to say you can't talk until you tell me. I mean, I thought about it, and I said I do want to keep the respect of your opinion on something, and make it so that if someone does want to know, they actually do have to come at you with respect, which is why I muted the panel as you did tell us.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate that. And, we've talked face to face. I had a great time. It was half an hour
exactly what you
at least. Like. And very few people online have I done that with at this point. In the future, people,
like I told you then, I was like, you didn't have to. I told you, you asked me, should you? I told you, no, definitely don't put yourself out there. And even after that, you put yourself on camera in front of me. So, like I said, I appreciate it. I have nothing but respect for it. And you have no worries on that. I'm never going to disrespect that. And I do
I appreciate that.
When someone does put yourself on camera that normally doesn't, it's like an extra sign of respect online.
Right. And I really do appreciate what you're doing here, what Jose is doing. You've got slightly different approaches. But it's just so few. I mean, I don't go on, Fight the Flat Earth because Craig is just,
It just too much. He takes it too far.
It's too much. The DF, whatever it is, the year. No, that's not. Goodness me. Well, that's just not. That's not how to approach this.
Yeah, the way I see it is that they're looking for a market of people who think flat earthers are stupid. The problem is that you're going to drive, first of all, flat earthers away from you because no one likes being called dumb and stupid and all that shit. Second of all, your information becomes pointless because your viewers, they're not there to learn shit. They're there just to hear you talk shit. Other problem.
Exactly.
Is Craig isn't the brightest, and it's clear. Not to mention he's starting to turn into what I would consider the con artist of this community.
Well, he's a caricature of himself now. He's got this shtick, and now he's got this thing where he holds out his hand, and this video. It's a show.
It's bad,
and I get that. He's putting on a show. I get that. But here's the problem.
He's turning into Oakley. He's turning into Oakley with production value.
Exactly. It's like Neo and Agent Smith, right? Both equally matched, both on opposite sides of the fence, duking it out. No one's going to listen to either of them. That's the problem. I was in the Discord a little while ago, and they were talking about the sun, and I said, Red's Rhetoric has done their observations of the sun, but you know what? Can I really reference Red's Rhetoric when the stuff he puts out is like it is? He's got some great science. He's got some great observations. He goes to launches all the time. He does all that stuff, but completely destroys it by acting in the way he does towards people. It's valueless now. I can't, send that to a friend of mine or,
if you have a flat Earth friend, as for instance, like I do, and he has a great explanation for how he explains a certain topic. But around that explanation is nothing but shit talking. Do you think anybody's going to show them? Do you think any flat earthers are going to sit through it? So the people he's
No.
trying to talk to, which are flat earthers, he's not getting any.
Right, it's
Oh,
ineffective.
Reds has no
It's-
intention of talking to flat
yeah,
earthers.
Reds will
He's
not bother.
talking to globe earthers, and he's talking to globe earthers pretty much only.
Who you
Yeah,
say?
Reds
Yeah,
treats
but most-
everyone
most-
like shit.
Reds,
Yeah, but that's the
Reds
thing.
is talking
Most flat
about
earthers
to
don't-
globe earthers.
But see, that's the thing, though. Red's
Most
rhetoric has
flat
been
earth-
around for
I'm
a
sorry, go
long
ahead.
time, and Red's rhetoric kind of is known for that. The problem I have is that fight
Right.
the flat Earth. I want to say Team Skeptic, but Team Skeptic is playing a character, 100%. He even admits to playing a character. So I
Yeah,
don't
you
put
see
so
kind of
much on
cartoon
him
of
for that.
himself.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to him off air. I know what he's doing. He's very clear on what he's doing. It's a stick.
Oh, yeah.
He knows it.
Yeah.
It's part of the entertainment value. Because
He's-
off air,
he's good
not
enough
that
to-
type of person.
Right, he's good enough to actually say that's what he's doing, but it is still what he's doing.
But that gives you the opportunity to decide if you want to watch that or not as a Glober. I don't.
No.
Right? So the way I see it is that they're piggybacking off of what Red's rhetoric has done, and everyone already felt like where Red's rhetoric does is old. It's getting old.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, what really is the value of getting Ross Thatcher on again? You know, really? So he can tell us
if-
about
that's
his
what-
and if,
balloon moon.
That's why everyone's blacklisting him.
if
Everyone's
everyone feels the
blacklisting
need-
Ross right now.
Yeah.
Who's?
Everyone's blacklisting Flat Earth Aussie Jesus now. He's not allowed on Reds. He's not allowed on Craig's. He's basically being ostracized for being a little bit too kooky, crazy, and potentially dangerous to himself and people around him.
Yeah, it becomes a point where you have to think, yeah, is this really healthy? Look at Arwen. Oh,
Yeah, you
I
guys know
genuinely
Ross.
feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I really don't know
Ross?
about a flat earth Ozzie Jesus because I really don't watch the streams on Fight the Flat Earth and the others, and I do my own personal thing. You know, I categorize people for how they behave in my personal, calls and stuff. You guys
Yeah,
know that.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's how it
Ross.
needs to be.
Ross, unfortunately, has gone down every single rabbit hole you could think of. Every form of denial of any science, any fact, any historical action that happened. He denies the Holocaust. He blames the American.
I don't know if it's me or you guys that cut off. You guys hear me? Check. All right, 1 second, guys. I'm not sure if you guys if I'm on or not, but my OBS froze out on me, so I'm trying to get everything started back up again. So give me a quick second. I do apologize if I should be, if I am live. Let me see. I'm trying to get back in there. Let me know in the chat if I am live still. Everything's still going. Till I can get this straightened away. I'm trying to get back into Hangout right now. All right, back in there. There we go. Fuck.
You unfortunately have a misconception about your position, and I've noticed it in a lot of the chats, is that you get picked on, oh, you used to be a flat earther, what you think now is irrelevant type thing. And I honestly believe that is just a cop-out to be able to attack you.
Yeah, probably is. Yeah. I ignore those, you know.
Yeah, but you've got a great belly, better than Nathan Thompson's six pack. You just brush off any derogatory statements.
You have to.
Speaking of Thompson, God, what in the hell was he on earlier today?
Shout out to 8 Showerheads.
Yeah, he's got a doggy now.
There's 8 showerheads in that house. I don't understand that.
I don't know. 8
I
showerheads.
don't understand.
And really quick, Shanji, I don't know if you caught the whole stream mine from earlier, but I had to cut loose Dan the Waterman. I had to get rid of him 100%. I removed his moderator, I blocked him, and I told him to go F himself. He's gone, man. I don't want any part of Dan the Waterman today.
What do you do this
ever.
time?
Well, just a little troll comment. Something like, I'm going to paraphrase, something like, hey, Nathan Thompson is whatever. He got a house. You should give him your X number or some bullshit like that.
Okay.
Cut 100% completely.
Yeah.
He's gone. Mm-hmm. He stepped over that line, the personal line, you know, and I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Someone had said something in regards to what's been happening lately between myself and Jose have been doing, and I think it's a good thing, and I think people should really take sight in what we're doing. Cutting off like unnecessary trolling, or cutting off these flat earthers that believe that is very clear that they're full of shit or making comments that are unnecessary. I don't think we should be, people should be like, oh, you guys didn't expect it. What did you expect? I mean, that's what real people that are sick of being told fake shit and being irritated by fake information. It's gonna happen. Everyone, globe or flat Earth is susceptible to being kicked the fuck off these panels because it's not necessary for a lot of things that are going on to have a good discussion.
Yeah, he messaged me on Skype right after when that happened while the show was going. I opened it and I read quick. He said, like, oh, I apologize. I didn't know you were going to take it personal. And I was just trolling or something. I said, dude, don't message me anymore. You're gone. Just go somewhere else. There's more shows out there. Just you're in the same pile of George and Mind of God and Dabbing Good and them people that I don't want any part of them. So I'm going to delete this conversation and I just don't exist for me. And I deleted it. He didn't answer me back. That's it.
Well, the way I see
By the way,
it
where
is
has Mind of God been? I haven't seen him in months.
He's posting videos.
Yeah, he's still
He'll
around.
get 10 views.
I don't know how to describe why I think he's disappeared. The only thing I could think of is that he realizes his bullshit ain't gonna fly, and it's not doing what he thought it would do. From what I heard and how he's always acted is as if he's gonna get something out of it. That's just the way it comes across.
I mean,
last time I heard a little.
And Manny, if you don't think I'm a real truther, you're more than welcome to come on the panel and show how you believe that.
Last time I heard of Mind of God, it was a little clip of someone else's channel, like 5 minutes, and he's just pushing this religion from his perspective, from his point of view. Oh, the people that don't see the Bible this way, the people that don't interpret it this way, they are like the devil and shit like that. That's the Mind of God.
That's pure trolling. That's just no. I called him on that. He was doing that a year ago, and we had a good conversation. And everyone had left. I think it was your channel, Sean. It was here. We were in Meetup when it was Meetup, and I had a good long conversation with him. Tried to get to the bottom of what he was actually trying to accomplish, and he stuck to his line. But there was enough. You could tell when he was smiling. When you can tell when someone's smiling when they're speaking. And I thought, I'm being trolled here. He is just after a reaction. There's no sincerity in what he's saying at all. And that was the last time I spoke to him. But yeah, to troll people like that and to use religion to call people out. That's
and the little approach, the little tactics wrong. He used, like, oh, mute yourself. You got nothing to say. Like go away or whatever he say. Oh, that pissed me off. His approach, man.
Yeah, it's deliberately designed. It's deliberately designed to produce a reaction from people, and a bad reaction. Yeah, all he's after is really putting you down.
Yeah, he
It's just-
definitely
yeah,
wants to get
nothing
the
else.
reaction of the crowd. Basically, he wants to see if he can push people to get triggered. Pretty much.
Yep.
But that's how I see it with both sides. Because I mean, flat earthers and globers do it, where they do this. They get on a panel not to have a conversation, not even if they're stubborn. It's literally to derail it. For instance, Seek and Fine, who's in the chat right now, who will, till his blue in the face, ask you the effects of gravity. Well, if you're not learning anything by what we're saying, or even taking into account what we're saying, then what's the point of you being here? And it's not even that you ask questions, it's that you're not willing to listen enough to not have to ask that same question over and over.
And then to assert things like wind is a force and his hand is a force.
Gotta love it. You have to. Sometimes
the answer to gravity is shit falls.
Yep.
That's it.
Again, it doesn't even need to be. It doesn't even need to be gravity, because put it this way, because it's very, to me, I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, well, Travis's idea of how things work isn't something really much to argue about, because the ether band literally is atmospheric conditions. It's not him trying to say atmospheric conditions work differently, not trying to say refraction works differently. I mean, the only issue I have is that he's not willing to admit that atmospheric conditions in obstruction, especially in the topic that we're talking about, just doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. I mean, I wish it did, but it doesn't.
No, I was wondering, because again, in Discord they were talking about the some observations somebody was making from hot air balloon. At this point, wouldn't you think someone would have broken out got on B&H or Adorama.com and ordered a solar filter and pointed that at the sun? It's been 3 years.
I'm convinced right now we're at the point and everything that you're not going to see those type of things from the main top flat earthers that we know and see.
Right.
Because I mean,
to They Lie Ohio in the chat, it's absolutely right. The hand who's more annoying, because at least Nathan Thompson doesn't sit there and yell things like "the heart doesn't pump blood, you idiot."
I disagree. I think Nathan is far more annoying. Far more annoying. He's the worst. Like, he's not even in here. I can tell you right now, Nathan Thompson is not here for flat Earth for shit. Nathan Thompson is here to get his face out there, name out there, and become something. That's it.
Right. He's on his way to being a cult leader at the moment.
Hey, a little segue.
Totally agree.
A little bit of a different topic, Seonji, really quick. Yesterday, I was amazed a little bit after my show 190, right? It take like maybe 2 hours to render and upload to their channel, because it was over 2 hours stream.
Mm-hmm.
And once I checked back on YouTube, on my YouTube two and a half hours after, and my show was up. Dude, I already had 2.3K views, 2,300 views. Like once he uploaded it. I mean, I had like 222 people watching at one point. It was really good. Mm-hmm. And it went up. I'm like 2.6K views today. Holy shit, it was a good episode yesterday.
What was the title?
Now this is what I'm going to tell you what I realized. I mean, it has ads, this one, because it was not a lot of swearing and bad words. It was a decent show. And I titled it, Open Discussion 190, Gravity, Genesis, and More. Under the video, they put a little banner of the University of Genesis, the University of Genesis, so people can go and check it.
Yeah, they do that. They do that to me when I do my geoengineering stuff. They put those little banners of climate change stuff under it.
And a lot of new people pop in the chat. A lot of new people, they say like, "What the hell am I being?" I've been sent to this channel. This is cool.
Jose,
people was listening.
When you search flat Earth, your channel comes up. There's a few of your uploads. Every once in a while, your actual page icon comes up. I was gonna say, yeah, man, it's one of those things like the word's getting out. People are hearing about a place where both sides are being able to talk and present, and it's a great thing. I'm fucking congratulations, man.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Now today not that good because it was a lot of swearing and blastering and shit. And I know it has to do with the keywords that one use. Like if I use chemtrails, I know it's going to be a little ad underneath with the contrails and the planes. If I talk about 9/11, it's going to be some stuff about the Twin Towers because I seen that pattern, you know. I try not to use it on my advantage, but yesterday I didn't know that title in Genesis. I was going to have a little ad on some kind of a online university of Genesis. What the hell,
There's a couple of really good websites that you can go to. Like, if you go to them, you'll be able to. It basically will explain how the algorithms work. The only issue I saw was that they're a little behind what YouTube's doing, so sometimes it doesn't work. But I to me, it's like YouTube. Or better yet, this community needs a place where both sides can be heard, and it's not going to be just a total shit show talk or shit talking fest. And if you're able to continue on, if it just keeps building and building and building and building, it'll actually become easier for you to leave, the flat Earth discussion. Because what I'm realizing in the past month or two, or past month at least, is that any topic that doesn't explicitly only matter to flat Earth or globe gets more views, and it gets a better opinion from everybody else.
Yeah. And gets recommended by YouTube when it's some kind of an open topic panel, some kind of podcast. Because people with big channels and gaming channels, a lot of gaming channels, I saw on their channels, and they said, like, what the hell, I've been recommended by YouTube. I'm going to hang in here. And I saw half an hour after they were still there, like, this is cool, I like it. I like what they're talking about, So, nice.
Yeah.
Barney was a superstar yesterday, bro. It was really good. And they got into that. They started talking about gravity, and he evolved to the religion, Genesis, creation, and all that stuff. That's why I actually titled it what the topic was about.
Yeah, it was. I listened to that one. That was the one that was kind of into becoming, turning into a religious thing. It was actually, like I said, man, the past week and a half, 2 weeks that I've been working and everything, I'm listening in. So I think, shit, you definitely deserve it. Your shows have been coming. You can definitely tell that they're more structured. And what I like about it is that you have, when you do your presentation, people do presentations, it's numerous people doing presentations. It's not just like the same two over and over and over and over again.
Hey, Sean.
Hey,
quick question.
Up? Yep.
Are you a fan of Wendy's?
The food?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
It's not a trick question.
I don't. Well, no. I yes, I am. But I don't. I try to stay away from fast food, only because. Crap.
Yeah, Jason McCormick is offering you unlimited Wendy's for life if you'll get him on ban from Jose's show.
Jose, I'm hungry.
That is the worst bribe ever.
It's raining out here, bro. Sorry.
Hey, Jason,
it's like a 10 minutes bike ride, man. It's like a 10-minute bike ride, bro.
I tried. I will try again later. And how the hell could he promise me unlimited Wendy's for life? How is that possible? Is he Wendy? Is Wendy his friend?
Well, wait a minute. Jose, you could just unban him and then ban him right afterwards, and then, everybody
Sean,
wins.
You didn't have to say that now. You could have waited.
Maybe he works at Wendy's.
Yeah, but
Tell him you'll
Oh, damn. Gave it all away.
Though? How long will he work
tell him
at
you'll
Wendy's,
unban him. Yeah. Tell him you'll unban him
I don't know.
when
wait.
the gift certificate arrives.
Here's the thing. I know Jason doesn't work at Wendy's. I know Jason's lifestyle. He's told me, kids and dude, no, he's not working at Wendy's. He has to have a better job than that because, put it this way, he don't know how to pull out.
Unstuck. He says unstuck. No Dave Thomas. Well, you mean new Dave Thomas. Very different than word there.
Wait a minute. Just because you own stock in Wendy's doesn't mean you get free Wendy's for life.
That's like I own stock in a large supermarket chain, but I don't get free groceries.
And I shared the link of the Google Meet, Shandy.
Oh,
I got it already.
Yeah,
I
already put it. Yeah, I already put it out there. Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
Isn't Dave Thomas dead?
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
Friends with Wendy. Hey, Brian, you sound like you're in a tunnel, being repeated by a robot.
So I own stock in Kawasaki. Does that mean I get a free motorcycle?
Yeah, exactly. Or you get a jacket, so you can sport that jacket while you're driving around in your truck.
Is that better?
I would totally do that.
Much better, much better.
Shit, my grandmother worked at McDonald's for almost 20 years. I didn't get shit.
Yeah, you can't get free food because you have anything to do with it. You have to be boinking Wendy. Probably get free food from Wendy's.
What if it's something crazy like Jason's the actual guy who tweets for Wendy's?
Oh hell no! If he was, all you would see is, hang on one second.
Ice cream's flat.
Yeah, go
therefore
ahead.
flat
Say
Earth.
them. Go ahead. I lost. I completely forgot what you even asked me because I was reading one of the comments. Say it again, Brian. I'm sorry.
What does it mean by SMTP server address for email? What's all the email details?
Brian.
Huh? Well, I wasn't listening. What was the question?
Do you want me to try and do it?
Neither one of us were listening, so can you repeat your question?
I honestly have no idea what I said.
Okay, yeah. My bad. Your bad. Okay, so let's think of something we can talk about, guys.
Someone's got a lot of background noise.
Yeah. Digital, you gotta mute yourself when you're not talking. They and them. You said you wanted to promote something real quick.
Yeah, just going off the topic you were talking about trying to have civilized conversations and stuff again. I've been working with a channel called A Marvel Girl, and we are going to have the first live stream on her channel tomorrow night at 11 p.m. UK, 6 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to be. We've agreed a format, so it's not a debate. It's just a discussion, trying to get back to the old days of being civilized with each other again. And yes, it's starting off with flat Earth, but hopefully we'll be expanding into all the other topics as well. People have started to research geoengineering, climate change, and those sorts of topics as well.
Nice, awesome.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Make sure you put a link out in here or in the chat so we can start putting that out there.
Oh, Erebus, that's something you missed while you were gone. I'm assuming you're still here and not looking at the screen. Everyone's starting to go. Most of our channels are starting to go away from primarily flat Earth, and we're going towards other directions, because flat Earth in and of itself is dying and it's lost motivation to live.
Pretty much, yep.
It's still alive and kicking on Discord, though.
No. Put it this way: the main channels are 24/7, and everyone knows what that is. And then you thinking the one like I'm admin in one of the Flat Earth official one, literally full of trolls. The whole thing, nonstop, all trolls.
What about? Bad. I think doesn't Caring Bee own one?
Yeah, but it's
I think I was in that one today.
Yeah, that's a whole colorful one. Hang on, I'm about to look at it right now.
Yeah.
Karen owns the Flat Earth Reality.
Yeah, I was in that argument all freaking day.
And I'll make it very clear to everyone. If you are a part of Flat Earth, the 24/7 Flat Earth that Human Sheeple owns, get the fuck out of there. He fucking does that VPN IP address search on everyone in his server. So don't go there. Get the fuck out of that server, period.
I think I was in there for like 20 minutes or something and started reading some of the stuff, and I just couldn't take it and just left.
Yeah, of all.
Oh, they got all their evidence. All their evidence is just a bunch of memes and shit.
Yeah, it's bad. Oh no! I just closed out my. Live control room. Hang on.
Of all the things to close out.
I do it all the time. All the fucking time. Okay, I got it back now. Yeah, but like I was saying earlier, which I kind of forgot again, but let me get this up. Let me get my YouTube page back so I can have a conversation and not be trying to do something at the same time. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so what I was gonna do was actually thinking about going to checking out Plain Truth, but I don't think I'm going to watch that later. I'm pretty sure he is actually streaming her and sharing hers. I just saw the screen. Okay, so
Yeah, she's gonna come back a golfer.
Well, with reality stricken, I would hope so. I mean, one of the things that I've also noticed is the straight denial of something is a very clear idea of whether or not you should even be talking to somebody. And I've also changed my full of shit ratio, and I'm convinced that I'd say almost 20%, only 20% of flat earthers are actually truth seekers.
Your bullshit meter got a tweak, did it?
Yeah, it did, big time. And so
Yeah,
everyone
'cause-
knows, I do consider Travis to be real. Like I said, he doesn't, not saying anything's different except for the fact of curvature and obstruction, but his explanation at least doesn't change from, clear observations. His skills on the camera suck ass, so using his stuff for anything is worthless. But he's a cool dude.
Yeah, just like the question I asked him yesterday about how can the sun's light be blocked by the water if it's just the ether band?
Well, if that's the case, then it definitely can't be, because if you go underwater, there's light.
Yeah.
That's impossible for him to say that. There's light. Period. But like I said, it's one of those things now where it's becoming so evidently clear how someone's looking at something, whether or not it's worth talking to them, happens in almost instantly now.
Can I share my screen and show one of my older observations that I was just looking at earlier? It's really cool, man.
Absolutely.
And those who denied, is something going on, had to do with curvature, is crazy, man. All right,
That's also why one of the first things I like to do, I will do, is let's look at the observations first. Because here's the thing: how you perceive something, how you believe something to be, it's all doesn't matter compared to what we're looking at right now. Because our observation is something, the same thing happens.
Yeah, this is Fred Howard Bridge when I lived in Texas, and this is 20 plus miles away. And this bridge, what we're seeing only is the top, and then there's some kind of wiring, the long things over here. We are missing the whole few hundred feet of clearance underneath the bridge for the big cargo ships to go by. That's one of the things. Like, what the hell?
You know what they'll say about that? Oh, it's a wave. It's a big wave covering it. That's what's obstructing it.
Right. And before all this is like a lot of land that is missing. Now, what is going to be funny over here in a second when I stop the camera, a bunch of these houses, they appear to be just sitting on the water line. All these houses are very high above the water and on land. And it's like crazy. Let me go forward a little bit.
Yeah. You could always have the Arwen argument of the ship is actually sinking.
Yeah, right. These are houses, bro, and they appear to be sitting on the water. With no mirage or nothing like that.
I've said this before, but one of the weird things to me about Arwen is that he's never, or I may have not heard it, but he doesn't seem like enough of a flat earther to be where he is. Like, he always is very dodgy on saying yes or no about both sides, but then he says no about anything that's globe, and I think this is like as far as he's able to go.
Why don't I have 1,000 subscribers?
That was odd.
I titled this Underwater City. Flat Earth is sinking, boom. Because, dude, the houses are sitting on the water.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's crazy.
Yeah, not only that, but if you go back a little bit, you see the post that's sitting in the water in one of the shots. That's before the horizon. So it gives you kind of a nice little spot right there.
But like I said before, the biggest issue with Travis's obstruction idea, or any really flat earthers obstruction, is how come there's obstruction at the bottom of the boat, but we can still see the boat that's further away? That's the issue. That's
Well, with Travis, it's not only. With Travis, it's not only that though. He proved it with the way that he views the Bible. He is everything that he holds as an idea. He holds it in such a way that it's so flexible it can only do what he wants it to. You can't. He's not allowed to be wrong.
And then this big water tower. Who knows if I'm missing anything? I never even look into this. But it might be just this, the whole thing, what I'm looking at the body, you know. See the water edge, little trees, but I don't know exactly, you know, to do a scale on from the top, from here to here, and then just get a control image to see how many times I can add it up to see if I'm missing anything. I think it's the only way, because they vary in size.
When you were in Texas? What area were you
This was Galveston, like 20 minutes from Houston.
Okay. Yeah, because I know like the San Antonio
Galveston is not 20 minutes from Houston, Jose.
No? How much is it? How far?
About an hour and a half.
Hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, hold on. Galveston was
But
20 minutes. Galveston was 20 from Alvin, where I used to live. And Alvin, if I took the freeway north, they was about 20-25 minutes from Houston. That's what I mean.
If you drive like a Texan, I believe that.
Yeah, like a madman.
All right, so Travis is going to jump on right now. Yes, for the link.
The Ether Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ether Band.
Look at these houses, bro. It's like just the roof of the house sitting on the water, man. It's little.
Now, and like so, yesterday. This is actually a good example of what I was talking about yesterday. Travis said he had a observation of 12 miles away over the Chesapeake, and that he could see, see the beach. And this is like a perfect example of what I was saying. If you can see the land on the cross 12 miles, at best, you're going to see something like this, where you're seeing the tops of things, which means it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, what's up, Travis? How you doing, sir?
I'll stop screen sharing.
Travis, you there?
Hello, what ho?
Hey, Travis.
Oh, yeah. How you doing, sir?
What's up? How's it going, guys?
Hey, are you gonna sue JM Truth for using your name in his new movie?
Why would I do that when I suggested it?
Or you were the one that suggested it to him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they actually took a poll when they started the production. They had their Facebook page, and everybody who joined, they had like over 300 people, and they took a poll out of about 10 to 15 suggestions, and so everybody voted on the name.
Did you watch the video by Writer of Dinosaurs about the movie?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
You should check it out.
You have a link? I'll check it out.
Yeah, I will.
Thanks. So what are we talking about, boys?
Travis, when you see over a body of water and in the other side there's a bunch of houses and you can only see the roof, the top part of the houses, and you don't see the whole bottom, and you don't see the sand or the land where it's sitting on. What does that make you think?
Well, the one thing that I can say, Jose, right, is my answer is going to be based on my experience. I have in the Chesapeake Bay, I have a direct line of sight 9 miles away. Okay.
I thought it was 12.
And in the morning, I can't
Travis,
see.
I thought it was 12.
The other side. Can't see anything. I can see the tree line. I
thought you said it was 12 miles.
No, I went through different distances with you. So when I shoot, I'm just going to run it through real quick. After I set up and take my still shots, I start to pan. I pan from the left all the way across 180 degrees. So the closest land to me is about a mile away. And I pan all the way across. The Red Roof Inn is 5.85 miles away. And then if you're familiar at all with my footage, there is a green channel marker number 17. When I reach that marker, the land behind it is Earlville, and that is 9 miles away. And then if I continue to pan to the right, the mouth of the Chesapeake shows land in the very distance. That land is 12 miles away. And if you remember yesterday, I said that land doesn't have any housing on it, right?
Yeah, I remember that part, yep.
Okay, so going back to what Jose's question was, Jose, I take numerous shots of the channel marker with the land behind it, and all you can see is just green miraging and whatnot. But I also have that. Hold on, real quick.
I forgot to add to the question. That is my bad. When you see these observations of houses, you can only see the top of it, and you're missing the bottom, the sand or the dirt where it's sitting on. When it's a clear day, clear observations, no miraging, observable, undetectable. How does that make you feel? That was the thing when it's a clear day. That was the key.
Okay, so I'm going to try to answer your question again. So I have that footage of Earlville with houses on the shoreline in every kind of condition that you can think of, and I have it clear as clear as I can get it as well. Usually about sunset to dusk, and I can see straight across to the other shore. I have full view of the houses, and so everything is in view. So I have it where I can see the house. Like I have a house in particular that I focus in on, and I have footage of that house as an inferior mirage. So you only have the roof, and then the roof is mirrored on itself, right? So you can't see the bottom of the house, and you can't see the land.
When it's less visible, the mirage is you see the whole thing down to the bottom.
I see directly down to the shoreline.
Now, and the question is, have you tried, to figure out, doing the math a little bit and do the calculator BS and all that stuff? And does it add up as it shouldn't be seen, or should it be seen as for the calculator predictability? Have you tried to figure out if you should be able to see it or not?
Well, at 9 to 10 miles, it's 60 feet, right? So
no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's close to 60 feet. What I will say, I was just looking over the footage last night. So the channel marker that is closest to me, the channel marker 17, is probably about a quarter mile, no more than a half mile away from me, I would say. I have video footage of the channel marker in Earlville as a blinking, blipping light, which means that channel marker is more than likely the same distance as mine, a quarter mile away from the shoreline. And that channel marker is maybe 12 feet high. So if that channel marker is 12 feet high, it should be below the curve.
At 10 miles without refraction, it's 35 feet.
And if it's only a 12-foot channel marker, there you go.
With standard refraction, it's 27 feet.
There is no standard refraction, Blue.
We're talking 6 foot high, observer high, right?
Did you just say there's no standard refraction?
That's correct.
That's one of his. That's one of the things. It's one of his things. He says there's no standard refraction. It's not real.
Somebody's got some really loud noise.
It's fixed.
Yeah. Standard refraction is an average. Not really. The standard refraction is an average. You take the sum total of all days. The modulation is about standard.
Right. So my question is, and this is what the outstanding task of Barney is. I don't believe that standard refraction is going to tell you how that refraction is going to distort the image. So, for instance, if I give Barney the object that I'm aiming at and the distance and my observer height, and he crunches all of his calculating numbers, he can tell you mathematically what I should see. But the ether band doesn't give a shit about math. Okay? It doesn't give a shit about math.
Then how does the ether band explain anything?
It explains distortion, and it also explains, like I said, obstruction. The obstruction is always the atmospheric condition. Always. It is never. It is never curvature.
Do you understand? Like, okay, Okay, so you don't accept math, don't accept the terms.
No,
but
I accept math.
Here's the
I
thing.
accept math.
Okay, so then understand this, that when we're talking the index of refraction in standard refraction, that's the difference between either one number that you're going to use or the minuscule amount that number will vary. Now, in that, again, I mean, the number one question is how is it obstruction when it only obstructs the first 2 feet of that boat, but nothing above the
That's what.
above
Okay, right.
the obstruction?
Sure, I get that question, Sean, but your statement of 2 feet of the boat is only an abstract idea unless we're looking at a verifiable photograph with distance, height, conditions, and all of that. Unless we're analyzing something that is objective. Okay, that's fine. I accept that. I believe that. But what I mean is, unless we can look at it right now or talk about it.
Oh, I have it right now.
That's
I'm pulling it up.
Okay, that's fine. And I appreciate that. But that's what Barney volunteered to do. He volunteered to crunch the numbers. If I gave him 5 different days, different conditions, and
so what you're saying is that what Barney's task is to tell you what the index of refraction is based on the data.
Correct.
Okay, so if that works out, then are you willing to admit that obstruction is not atmospheric conditions?
I don't believe that it's that simple, so I don't believe that it's going to work out per se, because this is what I said early on.
Well, again, but
that's
what I asked you, though.
Let me finish.
That's not an answer. You're answering a different question, Travis.
Okay. Well, let me just finish, and then if it still doesn't answer the question, I can try again. So on at least 2 different times on Jose.
You're breaking up.
You're roboting hard,
Barney, bro. I want to say this beforehand, so. Okay, sorry. I'm going through.
On Jose's show is the last thing we heard.
Now. Am I any better?
Yeah, you're better now.
Yeah, you're better now.
Okay, am I any better now?
Yeah,
okay,
much
thank
better.
You. So I said to Barney. Okay, I said to Barney, "Here's my picture. How or are you going to crunch your numbers, and then show me your numbers on paper, and tell me that your paper equals my picture?" Because that's going to be the issue to discuss and determine. We would actually have to discuss and determine whether or not the picture represents his numbers. It's not just a matter of saying, "Here's my numbers, Travis, and there's your picture." That's exactly what it. That's exactly
so
it.
basically, based on those numbers.
I'm actually here, so I can actually
Barney.
contribute to this conversation. Hi, Travis. So, in respect to the ether band, to how much the lowest level of water is going to distort each picture, yeah, I will not be able to predict that accurately, right? I will say maybe that there is a probability if there is a drastic difference between night temperature and day temperature.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Right. So,
Travis, I have a question from the chat.
Okay.
From Secret G, and so it says, would IR infrared be able to penetrate the ether band?
That's a great question. That's a great question. So I also have 3 different days. I believe one was in December, one was in March, and one was in July, where I had friends on the other side of the bay, and I was shooting the lighthouse because the sun angle was better for them. So I went on the other side and shot backwards, and there was an inferior mirage, and they were in the band. You could not see them. But you could see where they should be. And I had mirror flash. So hold on. I know. Hold on. So my point is, I don't know if infrared can cut through an inferior mirage mirror the same way it can through haze. I think haze is a lot different than an inferior mirage. That's my answer.
Yes, haze is different than an inferior mirage.
But
right.
But it's not an inferior mirage that would be what we consider causing obstruction.
But that's what it is. That's what I'm here to school you in.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the picture that we were looking at yesterday with the or actually it was a video, it was a still of a video we were watching. I'm going to pull that up. And when I pull it up, I'm expecting you to be able to show me where the refraction is in that so that it would be what is causing the obstruction.
Well, I can try to do the best I can. I'm driving and it's dark, so I'm going to try to do the best I can.
Well, if you can't, I mean, I understand that part.
Just
Shawn?
Wait, please. Travis.
Yes, sir.
I sent you an email, or did we talk? I asked you for more precise coordinates on your location.
I did send you. Yeah, I did go back down to the location and do a screenshot of my compass.
No, not the orientation, the location. I need the altitude. The coordinates that you gave me show me a nearby intersection, and from the coordinates that you show me, the point that you're saying you're taking a photo of is not visible due to the buildings.
Well, that's not possible because I'm shooting straight across water, and the only building is the red roof house. So I'm not real sure. Maybe we can talk off air or on Skype or something like that.
He's just saying that the coordinates that you gave him are showing a different place.
Well, that's on
It's probably just not enough digits. It's not precise enough to where he was, so it's showing me a place which is within, I don't know, let's say 20 or 30 meters of where he was. So I can see the coast right next to it, but currently it's just showing me the intersection.
Okay, so what I'll try to do
to get the altitude, or I need you to get the altitude for me.
Okay, well, the altitude is 5 feet off the water, but I will try to go on to Google Earth and maybe do pin drops and send that to you. Okay.
Okay, I'll work with 5 feet. So for now, I have requested access to 2 different GeoID database. One of them replied asking me for credentials, which I don't have, so I'm kind of pleading with them. And the other one just didn't respond. But I have an idea where to get it, if not that. And I still haven't found what your local meteorological services or what the nearest meteorological point is. But I really don't have the time to do it. I will do it. It's just
okay. That's fine. I totally get it. I totally understand.
All right, so I got that image up. Obviously, remember how unclear it was? It is a flat earth. Let me see. What is it? This one.
There's no need to make those disparaging comments.
I know, Travis. Damn it, I'm sorry.
Oh, Barney, if you reach out to Jesse Kozlowski, he lives in the general area of the Chesapeake. He may be, and he's a certified geodetic surveyor. He may be able to help you out.
Okay, so actually, I'll play the video. There we go. Okay. There, perfect. Okay, so in this, oh shit. Damn it! Why don't you pull over?
Who, me?
Because he's on a time limit.
Because
I'm on time,
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd rather you not.
I will for $25.
Yeah.
Call Aaron. Okay, so in this image, well, again, like my main issue is what you're saying. Well, you didn't answer you did answer it, but
this image,
infrared does not go through, but I don't see where refraction is in this image.
It's happening. The whole image is distorted just because of refraction.
No, well, you said inferior mirage actually.
Well,
the whole image.
I don't see inferior miraging on this image.
Okay, what type of miraging do you see?
I don't see any miraging. It's not clear enough. We're not close enough. But
Okay.
what I will say is that the boat itself is distorted. It's being blurred, so to speak. That video that you love so much, My Near and Far with Grover from Sesame Street. No, seriously, what I mean is that I have images just like this that you can use as a reference of my own footage. Okay, so right here, I would say we've got a direct line of sight to the hull and the water, so there is no miraging. I would say.
Okay, so in this image, then we should be able to see the bottom of the hull with IR, infrared, if that there is no miraging happening in this portion of this video.
Well, yeah, but the problem is you'd have to find another day where you're going to have these conditions and a boat at this distance with IR, at the right time in the right place.
I think it'd be more about showing actually any obstruction where there's no any miraging happening should be able to show it back. So the answer would be yes. You should be able to see the bottom of the hull with infrared in this image, right?
Well, okay, yeah, but when you say you should, that's still a subjunctive in the English language. It's a subjunctive. It's a possibility. It's not reality yet.
Well, reality is.
I'm teaching you grammar. Yeah, it's a subjunctive. Subjunctive. Should is a subjunctive. Okay, so what should hold on just real quick. Should represents non-reality. It's not real. It should be. This should happen. But you can only say that when it hasn't, which means it's not real yet. So it's a possibility. So it's just hypothetical. You can tell me what it should do, but that means nothing until you show me.
Can I say in a flat plane I am supposed to see the whole thing, but I don't?
No, you know that's not true. At a certain distance, you will not see it because your eyes can't resolve that angle. That's just a reality. I can't make you understand
not resolve the angle, Travis. I apologize, but it will get the fractal limit will reach to a point that we will not be able to discern what we're seeing, but it will disappear uniformly. It will start to reduce in angular size uniformly. Listen to this. Don't have anything to do with the angle because bottom up will never be disappearing first on a flat surface. Just understand that, please.
Okay, so if we were to turn this boat around so that it was going away from us, in these conditions, I would suggest that it should uniformly grow smaller as it goes into the distance with no miraging.
I'm sorry, but you're using the term subjunctive incorrectly. Please try again.
Whatever.
No, he's absolutely correct that you're using it incorrectly.
Okay, well then,
Shawn,
hold on. No, hold on. Simply because you're saying that doesn't mean it's true. So would you like to read what the definition of a subjunctive mood is in language and grammar? We're talking about the subjunctive mood.
I'm sorry, Travis, but
I don't really care about the subjunction, blah blah. I know. I want to know why this boat is obstructed, and if it will be able to be seen with infrared because it is not an actual obstruction.
The boat itself, I would not say is being obstructed because we can see it.
No, you can't see the
blurry.
bottom of it, though.
I can see to the left. I can see what I interpret to be probably bow splash or prop splash.
Prop? You'd have to be. That'd be in the back.
Actually, no, that's the outrigger.
That's the what?
Outrigger.
What is the outrigger?
That's the outrigger.
What is that?
That's for when they have big fish on there. They can hook it up to the outrigger to draw it in faster.
No, I said to the left, not to the right.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. It's because right there, if you zoom in on that boat and that
down in
outrigger,
the water.
Yeah, if you zoom in on that outrigger, you can see where it's all bent out of shape because it is distorted.
I'm trying to understand what you're saying, Shawn, and forgive me if I'm not understanding. Are you talking about that thing that looks like a fishing pole that's going out to the right of the image. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, there's one on the left as well. There's one on each side of the boat.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking
But the
about.
one on the left, you're talking about the one on the left, aren't you?
No. Okay, but listen. Yes, I am talking about.
Yeah,
and
that one's all refracted. It's all bent. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I need to clarify, please. I am talking about the left side of the boat. I am not talking about the outrigger. I'm talking about right at the water line. You have what appears to me to be a splash of water right at the hull and the water line. That's what.
That's a wave.
No, actually, that's the boat. That's the boat, and that's what I was saying. If you look at that outrigger, it's all bent out of shape. It should look exactly like the other outrigger.
Okay.
But if you look at it, it's all bent out of shape. That entire boat on that side is all bent out of shape.
All right, I hear what you're saying, and that could just be because I'm looking at a smaller. I'm not looking at this sideways. But let me just go back and say that the only thing about this image is that it's blurred because of the atmosphere.
I got a better one.
Okay. It's not obstructed by anything.
Hey, Sean, when you get a chance, pull up the image I just dropped in the chat. It's not a boat.
It would be better if you guys use my own footage. It would be better. I can send you stuff that I have.
Well, Travis, I would
Travis, I have a quick question.
The problem is that I can't just go to your channel and find it. So if you can do that, so I have
I can stuff. I can send you stuff.
Sean,
sure.
you've got some serious. Shawn Smith, you got some serious feedback, man.
I'm gonna go on mute while I'm looking for that.
Oh, do I?
Sean G, can I just make a observation of what Travis said about 60 feet at 12 miles?
Yes.
Okay, so I think it was Blue or someone else tried to correct him and he didn't listen. I just crunched the numbers in Walter Bisland's curve calculator. At 12 miles or 19 kilometers, the actual drop from 2 meters is 13 feet.
Okay, I wasn't talking 12 miles. I was talking 9. And
at 9 miles, it's 72 inches.
30.
9 miles is 72 inches. Okay. I've done the numbers before.
Okay, hold on. I will tell you that I thought Blue said 30. I thought he said 30. So I misheard him, okay? So I'm not listening. I misheard what he said. My point is I have a direct line of sight to a channel marker all the way across the bay at 9 miles. That's my point. I'll be right back.
Barney's keyboard is loud.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was muted.
So I just wanted to ask him where is the ether band in this picture right here?
Oh, it's the whole picture, B-ball.
Yeah, it's everything that's hiding those windmills at any point in time.
Yeah, no, it's the entire field of view that you're looking through right now. It affects everything from the top of the windmills to even the water that you're looking at.
So wait a second.
Go ahead.
Let me help Travis. No, go ahead, B-ball. I want to help Travis.
So the land that the wind turbines are sitting on, is that being obstructed by the ether band or the water?
Let me just say this really quick. I gotta step out of the computer. Remember what we talked earlier, Travis, with LBB magnification all the time. We're looking through a lens. That's gonna be beautiful when I present that shit.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference between what's above the horizon and what's at the horizon. So my position is, gentlemen, and my position has been derived from the observations that I have made. My position is when you have this phenomena, and I don't have it all the time, but I do have it, okay? I do have images like this, okay? And that is that, let's say for instance we were in a boat and we were as close as we could get to these wind turbines, and we saw them completely top to bottom touching the water. And then we started to motor away from them. Okay? At every distance that you increase, the more you increase your distance, no matter at what point you stop seeing the bottoms as well as you could before, they're still there. They're just obstructed, and yes, it is by the ether band.
Hey, B-Ball, you're hot micing big time. When you're ready to talk, make sure you unmute.
I'm not muted?
No, you weren't. I muted you just now because you were hot micing, but I just wanted to let you know.
So how do I know when to plug, and how can I find these numbers and factors for the magnification to take place to maximize what I'm viewing, and it will tell me how this appearing from the bottom up? Magnification, Travis?
I don't. Okay, Jose. I don't give a shit about the numbers. I don't have to make predictions.
Said you do already though.
No, I don't. What I mean is I don't care about your curvature numbers, right? I don't have to quantify the magnification because I'm not doing anything in an occupation that requires me to make decisions.
I misspoke. I structured my question really bad, really wrong, Travis. I'm sorry. I verbalized it in the wrong way. Yeah. Let me try to rephrase it, because I'm not asking for a calculator. I'm asking for, how do I know when to take into consideration this magnification? Is it from close, from far? What type of day do I need? Temperature? How do I know when to use and how to figure out what magnification I'm seeing through? You understand me a little better?
Part of so again, I have observations that we could look at. Okay, all right. Any better now?
Yeah, you're good. You're fine now.
Any better now? Trying again. Okay.
You're good.
So yeah, thank you, Jose. I do appreciate that clarification. Yeah, I do appreciate that clarification. So again, part of my point is that even if you looked up what the numbers were going to be in terms of temperature for the water, temperature for the air, humidity, all of that kind of stuff, that is all well and good. Bravo, good for you. Knock yourself out. That will not tell you how the object is going to be distorted. Okay? So I have sailboats that I follow all the time. And when they go farther and farther away from me, I would expect certain features of the sailboat to get smaller and smaller. There are times when I see the mast getting bigger and bigger, even though the hull is getting smaller and smaller. So I've got magnification, and then I've also got minimization, right?
So this is by random chances, pretty much random.
Random, absolutely random.
How about when an observation is being repeated over and over, and you always see the same size on the object in the when you see the same size of the object in the distance and the same blockage from the bottom up in different conditions? What do you think about that?
Well, if you
it's not too random then if you see the same.
Okay. Again, it depends on the object that you're looking at, and it also depends on what the height is, right? So a sailboat has a different height than a stationary house, right? So that's going to come into effect because the sail and the mast is going to be at a higher degree for you to look. So it's going to be at a higher angle in your field of view. So what I was going to say as well is that I take images before I start to shoot. I take stills of like 5 locations because they're my go-to locations, and I always zoom in to the full optical zoom right before. You know what I'm talking about, Jose? When you zoom in on the optical and the camera automatically stops, right? So right there, I will stop. I will place my image in the middle of the frame, and there are times when I cannot fit within that frame what I could fit the other day, even though it's the same zoom. And there are times when I get more in my field of view, which tells me the ether band is kicking my ass and is laughing at me, thinking, go ahead and try to figure this out, buddy.
Hey, Travis, would you point out where the ether band is on this photograph?
You're looking at it. You're looking through it, okay?
No, I'm not looking at it. I want you to specifically point it out. For example, on the fourth one from the left, I see a triangular wind turbine, and I see just the hub is just above the horizon, and it forms a pyramid from those lower two blades.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm seeing directly down to the horizon.
Yeah,
and there is
I
nothing there.
will-
So point out where that
Okay.
ether band is, please.
Okay. I will have a discussion with you, Bob, as long as you don't get snarky with me. The moment you get snarky with me, I'm done.
Travis, shut the
Because-
fuck up and answer the question.
Let's
Okay,
breathe
I'm
it out,
done.
guys.
Thanks a lot,
That's
guys.
not- yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate that.
It really doesn't work, guys, if you're going to just piss them off. Especially if we're asking for questions to be answered.
Travis was fishing for Bob.
What
Bob
was
just
the
gave to it.
purpose of that? Like, what did you hope to accomplish with that?
Bob, I hate to say it, but you played right into what Travis wanted you to do there. He wanted you to get snarky with him, so he had a reason to leave.
That's fine with me.
That's absolutely bullshit. So I'm going to call you out on the fact that you don't know what you're talking about. Can have a conversation. Listen, I can have a if Shawn G wants to ask these questions, I can have a conversation with him. I know Bob. Bob asks questions in a snarky way because he thinks he knows more than the person that he's asking the question of. I know
You can
it.
answer the question
So
on
all I
that
did was ask him not to get
triangular of the
snarky.
turbine right there or not? I asked you where the ether
Not with that
band was.
attitude, no.
See, that's the thing. I kind of agree with Travis on that. I mean, it doesn't get anywhere. Especially if he knows that you're going to do it, he may have been fishing for it, but you're not going to get anywhere with anyone if you're just like, hey, shit face, give me a fucking answer.
No, I asked him a question. It was a nice question. I asked him if he could point out where the ether band was on this photograph, and I pointed to a very specific point right there.
Right.
That very clearly shows the wind turbines going right down to the horizon. I want to see where the ether band is.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't
And
get
then-
your
and
question.
then he
Your
said
question
that
wasn't
he-
wrong at all. It wasn't the question.
He
It was
doesn't
the
mind.
comment.
Yeah.
Well, then he should have shut his mouth and answered the question instead of tried to say,
There you
I'll
go,
answer
Bob.
your questions if
There
you
you
don't
go,
get
Bob.
snarky. I wasn't being snarky. I told him to answer the damn question.
But then
Yeah,
you got snarky
that-
like he knew you would if he made that comment, and it's kind
That's fine.
But they say it's not fine because the comment is
I wasn't-
Okay, well, would you like me to come off right now then, Sean? I'll leave the channel right now.
If that's the only way you know how to answer
Bob,
and
there's no,
respond,
Bob, there's no
kind of,
reason
yeah.
for you to leave.
All right. Thanks, Sean.
The other qualification
Well,
that I
this
was
is
gonna
so
make is
I want to make this. No, I want to make this clear. I want to make this clear to everyone. I don't care if you're a Glober. I don't care if you're a flat earther. I don't care if you clearly know more and can help me learn things. If you can't come about it in a respectful way, don't come on my panel. That's the main difference between me and Fight the Flat Earth and all these other ones. Is I demand everyone talk to everyone with respect. The reason why Travis comes here is because I don't disrespect him. The second you disrespect someone, why the fuck are you even talking to them? You're not trying to have a conversation. It doesn't work. So I'm gonna say this.
And I
one
pat
last
you in the
time.
back for that.
If you only need to talk disrespectful to somebody, do not come here. You're not welcome. Period.
Kudos to that.
I'm
Yeah,
a
John, you
little
keep it
more
real, bro.
surprised that Bob would do so. Like, I don't know him as that guy. I know a lot of people in this community who are that guy, and I keep counting Bob as not one of them.
Well,
and I literally
Well,
don't.
I can say, Barney, I can say that Travis and Bob have the most hateful relationship I have ever seen between two people.
Yeah.
Both of
all
them.
I asked was that his questions to me would not be condescending or snarky, because when he has asked me questions in the past, he's not asking to learn. He's asking so that he can tear me down and mock me, and I'm not going to have it. That's all I was going to preface it with.
But Travis, just the way you brought it up, just the way you brought it up was doing exactly, it's falling into the same exact trap. It's not having a conversation because you've already put a stipulation there, which automatically puts. Hold on, Travis, because it automatically puts someone on the defensive, because you are already putting it down that this is the rule. This is the way it has to be.
It was
and you're making a rule for yourself.
It's a very reasonable rule.
It is a rule. It is a reasonable rule, but Shawn every time I come on here, Shawn already has it all played out. Listen, you come on here, you be respectful. So to have to reiterate that, it just doesn't really make sense.
Shawn, I like you a lot. I really do. Okay. I disagree with your counsel to me, because even in Bob's question, right when he asked it the very first time, and forgive me if I have a bias and I misinterpreted his question. I very well could have, but I already heard Bob the science guy asking someone of a lower. Hold on, let me just finish, please.
Because it's not it wasn't the question. It literally is the relationship Travis and Bob the science guy have together. Period.
And it's a truly toxic conversation.
I can't call Travis. I can call him out, but I'm not going to stop everything and tell Travis, don't make something aware. Don't make it aware of your guys' issues with each other on my stream. Why would I do that? What Travis did was very clear. He knows how Bob the science guy talks to him, and he wanted to make sure that didn't happen. Immediately after, and yes, it is coaxing Bob the science guy to do it, Travis. It is. You were trying to get him to.
I was not.
Hang on. Stop. Whether you realize it or not, it looks that way, and it worked. It made him say something that I don't agree with and don't want on my panel. Now, I didn't kick Dr. Or I call him Dr. Bob because on Discord that's what his name is. I didn't kick him. It was a situation of, I don't like the way you're talking. If you can't, I don't need you here. He accepted and he left. He had the choice of whether or not he wanted to make disrespectful comments, and that is up to him, not me. He's more than welcome here any other time. But if anyone gets disrespectful on here, I'm gonna ask you to leave. That's just the way it is here. I don't care what side you're on. I don't downplay what Dr. Bob can teach me. I know he knows a lot more, and I can learn a lot from him. But the difference is I don't care how smart you are. I don't care what side you're on. That's just the way it is. Period.
Okay.
And Travis, let's not act like you're innocent in the deal. A large amount of times when Bob comes on, the first thing you do when you hear his voice is, Travis, hang on.
It is both
Travis,
sides, and it doesn't help.
We're talking about right now.
Travis, hang on. I said, largely, the two of you have a very toxic relationship. Y'all need to work out and not bring it to any show. The moment Bob comes on, your immediate outburst should not be, Bob the what?
Did I do that today?
Like you tend to do. You didn't do it today. You have done it an umpteen number of times.
That's irrelevant.
Y'all need to figure your shit out and stop antagonizing.
It's irrelevant. Okay, I want you to know something.
It's not irrelevant in the situation of. It's not irrelevant because if you two have a history and you guys do these things, then you're most likely going to.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
You said that to Bob.
Okay, listen to me. I made a conscious, deliberate decision not to say Bob the what in this show right now. Right when he started speaking, I recognized his voice. Gentlemen, I did not say Bob the what. I did not poke the bear. I didn't.
Yeah, but by you saying don't make a snarky comment, that kind of triggered him.
Yeah,
that's not my fault. That's his fault. I would. Okay, gentlemen, listen to me.
That comment, but that comment was not necessary.
That comment was a snarky comment in and of itself.
No, it was not. It was not.
It was unnecessary.
I was simply okay. Listen to me. It might be unnecessary in your mind, but I'm telling you, I did not deliberately say that to poke the bear. I tried to say it so that we could have a peaceful conversation. I did not want talked down to.
All right.
That's all.
Okay. I just want to hear the question that Bob had. I want to hear the question that Bob had.
He asked a question about a triangular shape of like the fourth turbine from the right. And what I was going to say... Okay, for the left. So what I was going to say to him was that I'm driving right now. The image is not very clear. So if someone could perhaps zoom in and blow it up, that might make it better for me. But otherwise, I'm not going to be able to give a critical. Okay,
Turn your phone to the side. Blow up the image.
He's driving.
That's all well and good. I'm driving.
I'm driving too. I can see it perfectly fine.
I can tell you both.
Okay, are you driving a semi truck?
I'm guilty, Sean. I'm guilty.
I agree. We both need to stop that shit.
Are you driving a semi truck?
Matter of fact, how about I do this? Because man, you both are scaring the crap out of me. Take a good detailed
I'm not looking at the
this
screen though.
Take a good look at this image that I have on the screen. I know you're driving. I know there are pedestrians.
I don't know. I can't see. I'm driving. Can't see.
Close your eyes and use the force.
Use the targeting computer.
Sean, did you get the images I sent you on Discord?
Yes, I did.
Can you see the lights?
Hang on 1 second. I'm trying to get this stupid pesky something off. Okay. So hang on. Someone's echoing. And it's distracting.
I think it's me. Hold on.
Yeah, it is you. It is you, Erebus. Damn it.
I just said that.
I know. I just said it too.
Hey, Chonji, I see San Jose in YouTube chat. He needs a wrench. That's me.
No, yeah, I just wrenched him.
I think. Yeah, that's my account to see because I got a lot of people blocked, and I want to see who's in the chat hanging out.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
Maybe Fish Guy should make an appearance.
Oh no, not the fish guy.
Okay.
Nah, I think he died. I think he died.
So,
that's unfortunate.
Hang on, guys. I want to make this. Oh wait, hang on. I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't mean to do that over. Who passed away?
Fish Guy.
Oh, okay. I want to address this. I heard the very tail end of that, and didn't want to disrespect anybody. For the record, I want to say this: Astro Rex, who believes that I'm running a dong and pony show, and says that the last person I'll have left is Travis. If Travis comes out to be the only respectful person left, then yes, you are right, Astro. And second of all, I'm not running anything. I just demand respect, and I don't care what side of the argument you're on. That's all it is to it. And yes, Hannah, I do agree with you. When I feel that Travis is not being so truthful, I should definitely be calling him out on it, which I think I have over the past week and a half. The only thing is I've been doing it respectfully, I guess you would say, and it's not driving people away. That's the only difference in how someone should be talking to somebody. That's just my opinion. I just wanted to get that out. All right, so to these images, you wanted to show all of them, Erebus?
Oh, you can if you want. They were cool pictures.
Oh yeah. I was looking at them a minute ago. Well, it's because I have to actually either share. Hang on 1 second. I got this stupid ass. Hang on. The hell is it fits anyway? God damn it! Hang on. I got to take something off. You guys got to talk for a second while I take care of something.
Well, yeah, that windmill picture is very interesting. That's a very clear picture. I see little or no evidence of any atmospheric distortion in that photograph.
See, whose photograph is that? Is that
B-Ball?
Who's this?
B-Ball's actual picture, but he's the one who wanted to share it.
Al-K's got a really good set of photos of windmills that are across a bay on land, and you still can't see the land beneath them.
Well, here you don't see any distortion of the blades, regardless of how much of them goes below the horizon. It's just very clear.
Yeah, there's way too much of the windmill missing, or those blades. It's too much of a gimmick.
You cannot possibly explain that with atmospheric conditions.
Nope.
Not solely atmospheric conditions.
No.
And I would think that here's the problem I have. and it just popped in my brain. How is atmospheric conditions obstruction if the obstruction, excuse me, if the obstruction is the water?
That's a very good point. If you would ask Seek and Find, I think he would say the water has been put into the air at that point. Oh no, that's not Seek and Find. That's free-minded. Never mind. I'm transposing people onto arguments.
But that's. I just noticed that, and I just realized because that image we were looking at before with the boat, the obstruction was water, not atmosphere. That seems odd to me.
If you ask Gleam, the atmosphere can cause an optical illusion of the water rising into your eye level, which makes no sense.
Well, yeah, and what he said doesn't make sense, but it's so weird. I don't even know. Like these moments, I get these things that pop in my brain and go, wait, time out. How the heck could that even be? And that's definitely one of them. I just realized that. Is Travis still here?
That's a good question.
I'm
He
not
may not
looking
be.
at. I'm not looking at the meetup. Hang on. Yeah, he is.
His icon's still there, but he's on mute.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys. Erebus, you're gonna have to wait about 2 minutes before I can bring those up. I'm uninstalling a anti-malware software that somehow got on my computer. So.
Oh, you're installing the malware, anti-malware?
Yeah. It's not the one I have. It's some random one from some software I uploaded. So I got to get rid of it because it keeps popping up on my screen. That's why I keep stopping in the middle of my conversations. So I got to get rid of it so it won't be an issue anymore.
I do not blame you.
Is this image in the chat, Sean?
The image, it's in the. No, he actually sent it to me in DMs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would be fun to zoom into that thing and see what else you can see.
Zoom into the one we're looking at now?
Yeah.
Oh, I could do that. Yeah. My bad. I thought you were talking about the one Erebus wanted to show. No, I can do that.
Oh, cool. See right down at the water line what the...
Hang on. My computer's acting all funny. Well, it's because I'm uninstalling, so everything's acting slow. Hang on. Give me a second, though. Oh, yeah, you guys can see it.
Yeah, you got the dreaded hourglass from hell.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Chris Berry claims he can improve magnification. If you want to go to his channel and play it, Chris Berry says he's got it.
Say again?
Except for the fact that it doesn't work on clouds, birds, planes, or anything above the earth. Amazing how that works.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, haven't you noticed that plane always stays the same size in your field of view until it suddenly disappears behind the curve?
Okay, so I can tell you right now, guys, that my computer is going to act like this until it's finished.
That was a good one.
So we got to kind of just continue on the conversation until I can get all this tape.
I'm sorry, that was
awesome.
If I can get it a little bigger.
I'm sure we can amuse ourselves. Yeah, that's looking good.
Okay, yeah. Well, now I'm doing it from a web page, so, but that's zoomed in.
And Davros is not a big damn planet. It's only an average-sized planet.
Excuse me?
It's not big at all.
No.
What place?
We're pretty mediocre even in our own solar system.
Mm-hmm.
Davros says there's a big damn planet in the way.
In the way of what?
Those windmills.
Some really,
yeah.
So some really amazing detail on that thing. You can see the generators pretty clearly. See the hubs and everything.
Is there an explanation for this?
Yeah, Earth curve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I was actually looking for an image.
Can't be anything else.
The same thing, and again, it's how can that much? I mean, I don't know why. I don't know how it didn't dawn on me before. How can water be an atmospheric obstruction?
It would have to
Well, it can.
It would have to visit. Yeah.
You're missing a couple 100 feet of the windmill.
Yeah, and I have pictures
the windmills on the foreground.
Size windmills. I mean, those things are huge.
Yeah, they're big things.
That
The
generator,
ones in the water.
that
Yeah,
generator
at least
is at
if you're-
least 200 feet. At least 200 feet to the generator, to the hub.
Yeah, I've seen them. You've seen them right close up. They're awesome.
They're huge. We got them over here because of the not far from a port. But yeah, they're massive.
Yeah, we used to build them.
Is an alternative explanation we could think of other than
And then there's
the
no
obvious?
there's no telling how high the land is that those are actually sitting on.
My bad.
Holy shit.
I think Liam and Chris Berry think I'm absolutely being serious when I say planes disappear behind the curve. I've never seen a plane disappear behind the curve. They have a tendency to get too small to resolve well before
actually,
that.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you had a P900 or something, then you would.
Well, no. What do you?
Yeah, it really depends on what height they're flying as well.
Yep. Well, I see what you're saying. If they become too small for you to continue to watch.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can see the contrail disappear behind the curve.
Yeah. But if it were like this, if it were like the magical
But if you're watching a plane,
go ahead.
If you're watching a plane go away, you're probably gonna lose it within the clouds anyway, as it gets near the horizon.
I've lived in the desert where clouds much at all.
Well, actually, that's a good question, Blue. If you're traveling like 80 miles or something like that in a plane, as a private pilot, what altitude do you usually like get up to before coming back down?
You talk about in a light airplane?
What, commercial?
Yeah, no, not commercial. Private
Small
plane or yeah.
It depends a lot on the weather conditions, what time of the year it happens to be. If it's in the summertime, I'll probably climb to 10,000, 12,000 feet just to cool off. If it's in the wintertime and the air's nice and smooth, there's not a lot of turbulence, I'll stay down at 5,000 or 6,000 feet. I really kind of like to lose, there's only a few useless things to you in an airplane, but one of the useless things is all the air above you. That doesn't help a bit in an emergency. Air under you is a big advantage. Another thing that's of no use to you is the runway behind you. That doesn't help a bit. And the final thing is the fuel that you left in the fucking truck. That's of no use either. So keep that in mind. Air above you, runway behind you, and the fuel left in the truck. Those things are of no use.
Yeah, the reason why I was asking was, they have a small airport near where I am, and they fly over to the Bahamas. And it's only about 80 miles to the Bahamas, so they usually take a couple of flights over there.
If I was going to make that trip to the Bahamas again, I would probably take it to 14,000. Because I could do that for 30. I can be there. I can be above 12.5 for 30 minutes, even without having to use the supplemental oxygen. And that's more than enough to get more than halfway, so you can start back down. But from 14,000 feet, you can probably make land either one way or the other.
Good to know.
The idea
Thanks.
is got to keep some options open,
Yeah.
That's why it's not really bright to go buzzing around over hilly areas with lots of trees and shit like that, which means you don't have many alternatives if something goes wrong with the airplane. Let's don't be doing that at 1,000 feet above the ground. That's just stupid. Be up high enough at least that you've got some way to get to an emergency, something that would do as an emergency runway, like an interstate.
Now, if I was running drugs, I'm just joking around.
Mm-hmm.
I'd want to stay really, really low.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, like under 200 feet.
Yeah, be careful about those power lines. Look for those big orange balls that are just floating in the air. That's why they put those damn things on there. So the idiot pilot run into the damn power lines.
And yet you still hear about fucking pilots tagging them.
Yeah, they'll strain an airplane through them every now and again. I guarantee you the power line wins every time.
Oh, I have a question, and it's kind of oddly off topic. How does those laser pointers mess up airplanes when they fly? It may be a stupid answer that I should already know, but
they don't mess up airplanes. They mess up they mess up a pilot.
Oh,
if that thing hits the cockpit windscreen or one of the side windows, it will just light it just lights up the whole inside of the plane, and it can screw your vision up long enough to get somebody killed.
And I just realized it. And the fusion. Damn, did I just destroy that word? As the laser rises, how it gets wider, so that probably make a plane cockpit a pretty easy target.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, no problem to do it for, especially if the plane's like in the landing pattern. He's under 500 feet or something. Yeah, easy enough to hit him.
Dispersion, is that the word you're looking for?
Yeah.
I've flown through searchlights at night. These they'll have them out at some car dealership or some damn thing. Freaking
like movie premiere kind.
Oh man, I've flown through those things a few times just accidentally. It'll scare the shit out of you.
Suddenly, Jesus is taking you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess because I've never flown before, like actually flown, so I guess I took for granted your eyesight during said flights.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sorry, guys. I'm still waiting for this thing to finish uninstalling.
Now, when shit like that happens, Brian, you don't worry about what religion you are. You just start believing in all of them.
Yeah. What was that movie? Talladega Nights. It's like, God, put the fire out. Tom Cruise, use your witch magic.
Sorry, guys. I had a phone call. Sorry.
That's fine. We're just talking about Talladega Nights. Or not?
I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Terrible movie, but classic Will Ferrell. Well, TRUUTUBE is just giving it to people in the chat. Chris specifically.
Yeah, I think it was Chris Berry said I needed to time out Sean Hawkins. I'm not timing anyone out unless they get overboard. And Sean's an asshole, but he doesn't say shit that would make me want to time him out for anything yet. So,
not to mention, a lot of the resources he has in his videos can be quite good. Like the sticks to Polaris.
Sean is a fucking smart dude. Like I even told him, dude, just cut out the negativity, and you're gonna be a real asset. I guess he just likes being himself like that. So,
no, I love his sticks to Polaris. It's a great. I'm butchering it. It's Nebulous Thoughts of a Flat Earth, I think, is the video. It's an excellent video. To answer your question, Sean, in the chat, he could have a full moon on his flat Earth. It's just that it would be full at different times and have different faces to different people.
Where would the sun be to light the moon, or what would the moon be lit by to be a full moon on flat Earth?
That's a very good question. Dean had a way of doing it. It was just ludicrous, and it required light to work in an entirely different way than we thought it would. So essentially, you had to break physics to make it work.
As with most things.
Yeah, and even then, you could never get the damn thing to light appropriately. People in different areas would see completely different faces of the moon. I'm actually gonna have to go back and look at that. I can't remember exactly how he managed to do that. It's in one of Jose's older chats, probably about episode 130 or so.
So, Shawn, if you want to, I just posted my video with Toady, and you can fast forward to the image of the second boat. That is, there's two different boats. One is in kind of like salmon-colored early morning light, and the other one is more in like a blue grayish tint of a midday light. That's the boat that has similar characteristics to the still shot that you were having us look at. But that's up to you if you want to mess around with that at all.
Do you know around what timestamp it is? Because I'm at the video at your.
I would say maybe three, maybe halfway to 2/3, somewhere in the time frame.
I'll look for it.
But it's all video. It's not a still shot at all.
When you say pray to every god, immediately what I think of is that scene from The Mummy, where the mummy tracks down Benny, and he just pulls up different medallions of every faith and starts praying to him in it.
That's a good scene.
Oh, I have a question that we should have been asking. Hey, Travis, Eyes to See. So she did the plane thing today, right?
Yeah, that's the phone call that came up. That was her. I was talking to her.
Can you let us know again what her point was? What was she going to be investigating? I guess you would say.
She wanted to understand flying east, whether or not you had to correct your direction as if you're going on a compass. Like we say, if you are going around a flat Earth and you have north as your center, in order to fly east, you have to keep the north to your left, so to speak. So she wanted to understand and have information from the pilot about how he navigates and flies east, and what his instrumentation is, and how it reads and how it shows when he's turning. And she has on her channel and on her GoFundMe that she raised money for to do the flight, she has the specs of what her intentions were to gather information.
But then, wouldn't you have to fly very far for that to be answered?
Well, she could only buy 30 minutes because of how expensive it was. So she took what she got.
It depends on your latitude, and it would happen on flat Earth as well if it was the polar projection one.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, in both cases, the flight path on a globe isn't a straight line the same way it wouldn't be on a flat Earth anyway. But even then, you would still need to go quite a distance for that to even be a factor. Kind of the same way you'd have to go really high to actually realize that, even though it looks flat, it's still curvature. It's the same situation.
She wasn't trying to gather information on curvature per se. She was trying to understand the navigation and flight of the airplane itself when it's flying east.
But the problem, like I said, the problem is if she comes back and goes, the pilot said he never has to adjust for, or they have to adjust or they don't have to adjust. It's going to be based on the scale. So flying over a city, you're not going to have to. If there would be no time where Yeah, how do you explain it?
I
Pilot
understand what
saying
you're
no
saying.
is only because it's the area is so small, but both would say they.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Again, the amount of money it took for a half-hour flight was, as much as she made. So in raising funds, so and the window for her to fly was limited. So she, like I said, she took what she got, and I think it's just going to be information taken in. I don't think she's going to make any declarative statements of fact.
I would hope not. That said, it's always a cool experience to fly.
Hey Travis, the boat you're talking about, it's blue?
Yeah.
Here, let me... Excuse me. Trying to find the beginning of that part of it.
I'd love to go for a ride in that.
Holy robot.
You're cutting out big time, Crash. Yeah. Robot. Can you do the robot? Yes, Crash can. Hello? Is anybody there? Like everyone's
Yeah,
cut
I'm here.
out. Okay.
Yeah, robot.
Yeah, your robot insanely bad, Crash.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the right video. That's the first hangout that I did with Toady, where he showed me his P900 footage of a man-made lake in his area. So I apologize. I gave you the wrong video.
Okay. No worries. Some other. Stop. When you get home and you're on your computer, we'll do it then. If anything, like I'll start. If you don't mind, I'll start just recording while you're live, and I'll use your observations here through screenshots I take there. Or like I said, just Skype me like which videos I should be getting these stuff from, and I'll go do it myself. It's just it's kind of hard to pull stuff up on the one when it's in our channels and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't for the life of me right now go into tell you where something is in my channel that happened recently or was said. Oh. Okay. Well, I want to do this real quick. I'm not sure if Free Minded is still here, but Free Minded asked me. He said to me that these test patterns that I like to use lately. You guys can see it. Hang on.
What's wrong with the test patterns?
Okay, so what I do when I use these test patterns is I literally use my Inkscape and I bring them together and then I make them one picture. So that way when I do compress it, it's one picture instead of me having to compress two, or you actually see what happens on that one image. And he said, well, what happens, does it still do that if you take a picture of that test pattern? Seems kind of odd, but then again, it's realistically, it's do straight lines stay straight, or will they come curvature? So I took a picture, and again, I haven't even tried it yet, so I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm willing to bet that those lines don't just suddenly just start curving. That test pattern doesn't make something happen. It just shows you how something works. Like when we look at
It's going to be at an angle.
A little bit, but when we look at pictures on of the horizon with water, that looks flat, but we compress it and you see the curvature in there. That shows that it was not a straight line. It just our eyes can't resolve a curve that minuscule. So
human vision can only see a curve that has about 3 degrees of actual curvature in it.
Okay, so that's just, I compressed the fucking crap
Which
out of
would
that.
be like what, 210 miles? right?
And I want to say this.
That I'm
So
not sure of, but
two things have happened here that I want to make very clear and still shows the point of these test patterns. For one, because it was at an angle and it was the way it was on the screen, the image has kind of like done this thing where it's kicked the right side of it backwards, right? See how that, you notice that? So it's almost like from the side almost.
Yep.
Once I've compressed it. Well, the lines haven't changed. The lines are still straight. Vertical and horizontal, still straight. The circle has become a more compressed circle, more curvature in that. Yes, that's what we expect. So to answer Free-Minded's question, yes, the test pattern stays true even in a picture of it.
So I found the second stream that I did with Toady. I put it in the chat, and if you wanted to go to 1 hour and 22 minutes, that should be good.
All right.
damn it, Travis, you're instructed not to flirt and drive.
Yeah, no, what the
Well,
fuck, man? Stop that.
I'm a professional. I only swerved twice.
I only hit 3 cats.
He's got cruise control.
Yeah, but cruise control doesn't steer.
Not yet.
Ron Burgundy thought it did.
I know, right? Yeah. That was funny. That was such
Never
a
seen
great
that
scene.
movie.
Oh man, that's so funny.
It's not a good movie, but it's a funny movie.
Yeah.
Can't win them all.
See, I thought Talladega Nights was better than Ron Burgundy.
How long have
you may be
Kobe
right
been
about
doing a show?
Anything with John C. Reilly is going to be fantastic.
What's I hate that he's pigeonholed into comedy. He's actually a really quite talented actor.
How long have you and Toady been doing a show?
In the past 2 weeks, really, we've done 2.
You need to be promoting that shit more. I mean, that seems like a good show. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was.
The Toady side of it. Just playing, Travis.
Yeah, it was good. It's good. We've got another one. He, so in the video that I sent you, he took some stills and did some overlays. And so the next stream that we do, he's going to come back with his overlays and discuss his
Like, this is the
analysis.
one you were showing us the other day.
I don't remember.
The one with the birds in it.
No, I don't think so. It might just look familiar in terms of the hue of the day.
Well, what it is that I was thinking I was sharing.
No,
it.
that.
Hang on, I'm sharing it right now.
No, that one was not that one was of the Chesapeake that you're talking about with the birds. This is on the Channel Islands off of Ventura in California.
My neck of the woods.
Somewhat.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half north of me.
San Diego's farther than an hour and a half, isn't it?
From Ventura? No.
No?
Hang on.
I know Dana Point is only about an hour and a half. You're about another hour past Dana Point, aren't you?
No, I'm south of Dana Point. I'm an hour.
That's what I mean.
I'm about an hour, 10 minutes.
That's what I just said.
Well, I'm sorry, Travis. Sorry we're not on the same page right now.
I'm just trying to get you on the same page, bro.
Jeez.
Okay, so this boat has the similar qualities as the still that you had, and that is there's no miraging in this at all. It's just a distortion of blur. And
hang on, because I can't see what I'm even attempting to get. There it is. Okay, go ahead.
So, if you were to timeline back until this started, that boat would be closest to me, and I film it for about 5 or 6 minutes, and in those 5 or 6 minutes, it's moving away from me. So it's going to get smaller and smaller, but at no point does any mirroring come in. It stays the same quality, if that makes sense. And the boat is on the horizon the entire time. It doesn't come closer. It doesn't go farther. It rides the line the entire time.
Yeah, I'm playing it right now.
Okay. So there are times when I zoom out and I show the audience what I can see with my naked eye, and then I zoom back in. I try not to go past the optical zoom. You can probably just skip back. I might be looking for a file here, so there's nothing going on.
Yeah, you're looking for a file, but I saw it. But when I went to look for the beginning of it, that's where it was.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just trying not to miss it. There we go.
Yeah, so right there I've zoomed in, so it's larger, but you can see the wake spray of the prop and the hull. I'm zooming out to show you what I can see with my naked eye. Right there is and you can see the waves. I'm right on the shore. I just showed you what I can see with my naked eye, and then I zoom into the optical to follow it the rest of the way.
I gotta go. I gotta go, Sean. I'm gonna go do my thing over there.
Yeah, when you
see you, Jose.
7 minutes.
All right, yeah. After this, I'm gonna end it. I'll send everyone your way.
Thank you. I'll see you later, bro.
Because I really want to see Blue and Rumpus versus Travis and what was the other one?
LBB store.
Oh. Well, that should be easy.
Hey, Jose, did you get that timestamp when Rumpus was squealing like a little girl?
No, I gotta catch it as I play it.
Yeah,
now.
that's absolute gold. Absolute gold. But so basically, what I expected as I was recording that boat is I was expecting to see it disappear from the bottom up because it's moving away from me into the distance, and it doesn't. It doesn't disappear from the bottom up. Now, if you were to watch the entire stream, I show you another boat that is closer from a different month, and it has disappeared from the bottom up, but it's closer. So I found it very interesting that a boat that's farther away never disappears from the bottom up as I'm recording it. So that was the contrast that Toady and I were talking through in the video itself. If that makes sense to you.
I was typing. I get what you're saying, but I'm waiting for it to go further away till actually it would be obstructed.
It doesn't.
Okay, well then, how far away is the boat when it's zoomed in?
Well, again, that's the question. That's part of the analyses where I would have to have a team either in the boat. So
can you guesstimate? Was it very close?
No, there's no way. I mean, it's miles, and it could have been 10 miles away. I have no idea.
So this isn't
no,
like
my point.
Evidence for.
It is okay. So here, listen to the contrast. Okay, so in the beginning part of the stream, I show a boat that is clearly closer to me, whatever the distance is. There's no way I can know. No way whatsoever. But it's closer to me, and there is clear optical distortion so that the bottom of the boat is obscured, but it's closer than the boat that you saw that was farther away and continued to go farther away, and there was never any disappearance from the bottom up. That's the contrast.
Was it the same day?
No, 2 different months. One was November, one was January.
What's that in
That
the
boat
background?
certainly looks to me like it's disappearing.
What's that in the background?
Except for the fact that you can see the wash of the hull.
Well, the wash of the hull isn't below the ocean; it's above.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It never goes. It always stays on the horizon. It doesn't go
What is that
beyond
in the
the
background?
horizon, which is what my.
That
is the Anacapa Island. That's the Anacapa Island.
How far away is that from you?
20 miles.
So is this boat moving away from you, or is it moving horizontal to you? Like, you know what I mean? It's like I get where you're aimed at.
I would say that it is.
But from where you are, how is it traveling?
It is not traveling across my horizon. It is traveling into the distance at whatever degree we might want to say it is. But it is going toward the island. Part of the reason for this stream is to show the contrast between the appearance. Actually, I think you would actually find it very intriguing if you want to go back to the beginning of the stream and see what the island is in that image, and then use that as a contrast to what you see right now. But
I'm seeing a boat that has obstruction.
The boat that you're asking about is moving
right here.
Which, well, I can't see anything, so I'm not really.
Well, I'm not talking
I
to you. I'm talking to everyone else.
right now, Shawn.
I don't want you looking at the screen right now, Travis. You're driving.
Okay.
We'll talk about this later.
Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
Are you talking about the blue? Are you talking about the blue colored? Are you talking about the blue colored sky tint or orange?
Yeah, I'm seeing obstruction on it. I'm actually seeing refraction right now. I'm seeing some refracting.
Which one?
I mean, not to mention the island itself. It seems the resolution is horrible. Refraction. I mean, there's a lot of refraction going on here. I'm seeing mirroring. I mean, there's a lot going on.
I'd love for you to point that. Okay, I'd love for you to point that out to me because
I think that looks about right. Hang on, I'll bring out. Ooh,
But
I love when
these are the same. These are the same locations, Travis.
That's correct. Yes.
I would say a little different, but basic same area, in my opinion.
Well, you'd be wrong.
Would I? Would I, Travis?
Yeah, you would. You would.
And you said, and I remember you showed us the one on the left. You said that one was that wasn't an image, a filter at all, right?
Yeah, I don't use filters.
Okay, just checking. Just want to make sure.
No,
so
I'm
you said where? I think that the mirroring line of this image is here, and there's a big, and I'm kind of seeing a line here. Anyone else say I'm wrong?
Yeah,
I didn't mean to do that. My bad.
There's definitely an interior mirage that's happening in the left photo.
I gotta pause it again.
Yeah, I didn't get any of those comments from Toady. I'm not saying that you guys are wrong, but
Travis, where are you supposed to be in this?
What do you mean?
Where are you supposed to be taking the photo from?
I am on the Rincon State Beach in Ventura.
Okay, Ventura.
Oh man, I gotta redraw my lines. Like I care. I like drawing my lines. It's fun. But you asked, where do I see these miraging happening? And I think right there, and right about, I'm gonna say there.
I still can't see the lines.
Damn it! Wait, do I have to do it?
It might just be me. My phone's been known to freeze.
Hang on. Well, I'm using a drawing tool, so if I don't do it on the right screen, then no one sees it. Oh, I know why. God damn it. Here we go. Watch this. It's going to be like out of nowhere. Watch. I'm going to stop presenting. I'm going to re-present. Entire screen. Not the window. And now you guys should be able to see the lines.
Ah.
Bam. Okay. I see them. You should be able to
See him.
Okay. That's where I believe that the refraction line, refracting is happening and the lines are showing it. I'll take these away so you guys can see it. As for it getting bigger, shit out of luck unless I take a screenshot. So it's up to you guys.
Yeah.
If you guys can't see enough, then I can take a screenshot and it'll be larger.
I can. I had to go into the scale, so I can take a few minutes to pull off right here and look at the image to see what you're saying in terms of the mirroring. So give me just 1 second.
Oddball question: how do you know you're not looking at the Channel Islands National Park?
Because the lighthouse is there. That's Anacapa. I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm shooting. I've shot it enough. So
air brakes.
That is the. So if you well, I can't really do this. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. If
hang on. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop presenting. I'm gonna bring up the image of that what we're looking at, so that way we all can see it a lot better.
So what I'll talk through just real quick, when those two images were side by side, on the left, you could see the lighthouse on the top of the island. And on the right image, when I play that video a little bit farther, I stop it when the lighthouse comes into view. And so you get a contrast on how the island is presented to the viewer.
See, I don't really like this one. It doesn't really give his video justice, but I'll show it so you guys can be the judge. But, I mean, I still see the lines. I think I actually see them a little bit more. And I'll still say it. I'll even make it so you guys can see differently. I think that's one.
Yeah.
And that's one.
That's possible. It's possible, sure.
I'm seeing the mirroring on this one, and I'm seeing
how are you drawing? How are you drawing that on the Windows movie?
I'm using a program called I forget the name. Hang on. It's called Ink Pen.
Huh. Okay. My point would be, if we could make the case that there is an inferior mirage, my point would be that the boat is still on top of the water, and that the inferior mirage is the obstruction that is obscuring the water line and the hull.
But then why is the water line? Why is the line that is the fractal line? Why is that not have the same bold look? Like, there's no line inside the water. How does your obstruction look like water?
Okay, because it's the obstruction. Okay, so the water itself, right? Drop your mouse into the water, right, and then go to the left of the boat. All right. So let's say there was a boat to the left of this boat. You would be able to see the same refraction if it was happening. If there was an inferior mirage, you would see the same thing. But you don't see anything.
Where would the boat be, though?
No, I'm just saying, for instance, if there was a boat to the left, just, make it, I don't know, a couple more spaces right there, right? Let's say that there were two boats and they were racing each other. So they're within the relative proximity to each other. But my point is that the reason why we don't see anything going on there right now is because there's no object there to be subjected to the effects. So the reason why you see
the boat is the object.
Yeah, I was going to say the boat is right there, and that's the object.
I hear that.
That's the object.
No. I know. I'm trying to, I suppose, I guess I was anticipating something that you might bring up, and I was trying to give a contrast for it, but whatever.
Quick question. Is that boat moving full speed away from you?
Well, of course, I don't know how fast it's moving.
Wait a minute. We can look on a map.
There's no way you would know where that boat is located.
I will, because I know where you are, and I know where it's I know where you are, and I know where it's going. So therefore, I will.
Okay? So is that boat? Can you tell me if that boat is 2 miles away from the island?
No. I didn't say how far. I said direction. So you said you're in vent here.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Sure.
Yeah, that's all I was saying.
It's going a little southwest.
The Rincon. It's the Rincon State Beach. It is an RV campground on the coastline.
Yeah, I'm just asking how long you filmed this thing, and if you think it was moving at the full speed of its motor.
I mean, it was a pretty good clip. I mean, but this video that I've shot here, I think the duration that I shared with Toady was probably about 5 to 6 minutes of travel time, maybe 7 minutes.
All right, so it's
but it was going. It was heading. Well, I'll just say east on the camera originally, and now it looks like it's heading north almost.
I wouldn't say that it was heading east, because I feel like it was on the same line the entire time. I would have called it southwest or west.
I would agree.
Well, I'm just saying, like if I'm looking at the picture, east to the right, north is dead ahead.
No.
But if you go back in the video, it was heading east.
No, north
along the line.
North is behind me, Sean. So
wait. Is it by Mondo's Beach? How far from there?
It's north of Mondo's by about 4 miles. Go about 4 miles up the road.
Is this the same boat in both photographs?
No, that's 2 different months. The first boat was a fishing boat. It was trolling. And this one looked to me to be a cruiser, maybe a small yacht.
And you're comparing their level in the water when one of them is moving slowly and the other one is pushed up on the water going away from you.
I'm comparing the fact that the fishing boat was closer to me with obstruction.
The fishing boat is also further in the water because it's moving at trolling speed versus this boat, which is planing higher.
If you want to look at the footage, you're more than welcome to look at the footage.
Okay. So they were going. That boat was headed to the Channel Islands National Park, correct?
No, I don't know where its destination was. It's heading right now toward Anacapa Island. That's where it's going. I mean, and that's the direction. That's its heading. Its bearing.
Okay, so the boat was probably traveling. Wow, that's weird. It had to have been traveling southwest.
It probably left from Oxnard, or Ventura Harbor.
If you were in Oxnard, the boat was traveling to your was traveling along your horizon. It wouldn't have been going away from you. So for Travis, it had to have been, but it would have had to have been leaving from Travis to be going away from Travis. It could have been going. If you were filming a boat that was in the middle of that ocean or that area, and then it was going to the Anacapa Islands, you could have easily been watching it go to your horizontal. It's just that an angle that was just right to be like that.
Well,
so that would explain. That would be more something that would explain why it didn't appear to have more obstruction, like you're thinking it would, or it should in our eyes. Because you were watching it cross your path, not away from you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my only explanation for it. But I don't know the distance of the boat. That's all I can say.
Right. Yeah, I would disagree with you because it's not going across my horizon. It's getting smaller, so it means it's going away from me. So it's not going across; it's going away from.
No, it could still be going at a slight diagonal, which would make it appear to. It would.
No, listen. If there is a diagonal angle.
Dude, it is not going straight down away from you.
Okay, listen to me.
It's not going straight forward.
No, I showed it. Wait, hang on. Let me show. I'm an asshole. Let me actually show it on the fucking map where I'm looking.
Yeah, the
I'm
problem
sure it
is
does.
that's virtual. You're going to make up an idea in your head that you
Oh
can't
no,
verify.
no!
So
I can look. If you need me to make this, so you can see it like everyone else would see it in the real world, I can. It's just fine. No worries. I got that. Okay, so this is what you were between. You were here. This is where you started. I wish I would have just done this with my Google Earth. So much better. This is where you are, right? Somewhere in here, right? Where this 101 sign is?
I can't. Yeah, I can't see where you're at, buddy.
Yeah, it's in between freaking Ventura and Santa Barbara.
It's right about.
It's
right about in here.
It is to the south of those three dark images.
Okay, but so you see my circle? Everyone else does.
Leave me alone, Sean. I'm driving. Okay, yeah.
Oh, you said you stopped.
No. Yeah, I got bored. I need to keep moving. Sure.
No,
I'll be.
It's above the Muscle Shoals.
Yeah. It's just above the Muscle Shoals. That's correct.
Oh, just above it. Okay.
So
here. Where it says La Chanca or La Chica, whatever.
Perfect. Got it.
But my point to Shawn Smith is, if there's an angle, then there is a direction away from. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so
yeah, but it's not depicted like you're trying to make it seem, dude. It's not going directly straight away from you.
I didn't say it's going directly straight away from me. That is not what I said.
So you can see that it's not.
I just said it's going away from. That's what I said.
Yes, we're gonna specify that. You agree that it's not going straight away from you.
At a 90-degree angle, that's true. Yes.
Okay, good. Is it possible that it's going along the horizon at a slight diagonal?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay.
Why?
So this is Travis's. That's
if
Travis's
you want to
view.
watch the video, I talk through it with Toady. I explained it with Toady.
But I'm gonna show. Let me show something. I'm gonna show your. This is your. Don't look. But so everyone that's watching, this is Travis's view. This is the direction he's looking in. Why? Because if he's filming, let me bring it up.
The contrast that I'll make while you're doing that, Sean, is in the first video that I share with Toady, the boat is clearly moving across my horizon, and the horizon is at a different angle than the boat that we're talking about right now. So if you were to watch it, you would see the difference in the water line. It's clear. It's absolutely clear.
I think I'm trying to...
You're also viewing two very different boat styles. One of them is going to sit lower in the water. The other one is almost going to be on top of the water as it goes away from you because it's moving with speed away.
I understand that, but the point that I'm making is that the boat that is a trolling fishing boat is closer to me, and there is clear distortion and obstruction due to
it's also sitting way deeper in the water.
That doesn't matter. Just okay. Listen, you watch the video. No, it doesn't.
Travis, so if I ask you, where did the boat start from?
I don't know.
Okay, so
you have no idea how far it is.
Because look, if
I've already said that, I'm not making a claim about how far.
That boat could have started right where this yellow dot is, and then headed to Danacopa Island.
No.
Other direction.
Other way.
Yeah.
Right there, I would say yes.
That would be crossing your horizon.
I understand what you're saying, Sean, but if you look at the video, you will see.
That's why I had that idea in my brain.
Okay, but you didn't watch the whole video, so there is more information that Toady and I discussed that I think that would be helpful to this discussion. But
no, I'll look it up. I'll look it over. But that's just my opinion. That's what I took from it. It made me want to think. Why is this happening? Matter of fact, look right here. I just noticed something on this image. Is this right here? What is that? That's a port. That boat most likely came from there, and if it did, it was definitely crossing your horizon.
I understand what you're saying to me.
If the boat came from here, it's still crossing your horizon more than it's going away from you.
I understand what you're saying.
It's probably way closer than you're looking at, Sean. That you're trying to configure.
I can almost say that it's probably coming out of the port, unless someone has a private dock on the water near there.
There's tons
That is
of
a beautiful. That's a beautiful spur schemo.
Thank you. I didn't know if anyone would catch on. Thank you, Brian. That is awesome.
Yeah, there's tons of you got Hobson County Park right below where he's at. That's got beach access. There's some ramps all over the place. So in all actuality, without ever knowing 100% how far out the boat really was, you're just making assumptions. Even Travis, 100%. You're making assumptions.
100%.
No,
but that's
I'm
also
not
why
making any assumptions.
But at the same, you should be. You should admit to it too, because the reason I went to like 3 different places it could be.
I'm just
trying to
making
figure that out,
gentlemen.
I have to say I was making assumptions because we don't know.
The origin of the boat is not the point of the observation.
It kind of is. I'm sorry, but it really is.
But Travis, it is. It is.
You gotta know how far out that boat is. Either boat.
Yeah.
You also have to know at what level. You also have to know at what level they're riding on the water.
Okay.
And look,
listen
instance,
to me very carefully.
No, Travis, I gotta say this one. This matters big time, especially in what we're looking at right now. Because of this, you have a case on the one on the right because that boat is pretty quick. It's in the video. We saw it. It's pretty quick. It rides low when it trolls, but that boat on the left, that boat does not. I know those boats. Those boats at top speed do not bow out like that. The bow of the boat does not rise like that at all.
Okay, so here's I
would ask you to explain more about the obstruction on the left, because I can see
That's
also. I'm also seeing the mirroring, the miraging,
Yes.
the mirroring.
Yes.
In this
Yes.
one right here.
Yes. Yep.
Problem is I'm not seeing any more. Nothing at the boat. So then that boat is obstructed by something. And it is definitely not mirroring or any other type of miraging because that's up here. Where? Show me. I'll point it out.
Shawn, it's too small for me right now, man.
Okay, I can.
Listen, I sent you.
Small for me, and I can
hey,
still see
Shawn, I sent you a picture of this same boat, but heading in the other direction, where I drew 2 horizon lines in Skype. If you want to pull that up. But what I will say, gentlemen, is, I appreciate your input, and I appreciate the fact that we can disagree with each other. The boat that is trolling, if there were no mirage there, we would see that boat sitting on the water, however deep it rides, however low it rides. If there were no mirage, we would see the hull touching the water, no problem.
Hey, Travis, Trish in the chat has a poll that's done it for you. A little bit up.
A what?
Follow the path of the ones in your chat there, Shawn.
Okay.
Is this YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the YouTube.
Hang on, I'm about to do it right now.
No, I was asked to point it out to Shawn.
What was it?
Hey, Travis.
Yes, sir.
You're the trawler. Why would you assume? Why would you assume that the on the image of the trawler that the water line is actually above where it's at?
I'm not.
Then what is your initial assumption on that one?
I'm trying to understand your I'm trying to understand your question. So, okay, maybe I am rehearing your question. So, the visible water line that we see, is where the obstruction begins visually, so that the.
No, it's not. I'm sorry, no, it's not.
Don't tell me it's not. It is. It absolutely
is. Because I looked at the image itself.
Is this big enough for you?
It's past the trawler. Your optical illusion is past the trawler.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to understand what you're saying. So,
okay. Imagine that the trawler is in the midground, and in the background is the island.
Oh, like an idiot, I took a picture of that. So like, the small yellow line doesn't matter, but this line is still good to go. That big dark one, perfect.
Yeah, that's the actual. If there were no miraging, we would see the water touching the island.
But there is miraging, which is why we
No,
see
you wouldn't.
mirroring.
Yes,
we see
you
mirroring.
would.
No, we see mirroring
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
right.
Yeah,
Right, and
okay,
the mirror
okay.
is the obstruction. The mirror is the obstruction.
Okay, then why? Yeah, that's way past the boat. The boat hasn't got anywhere near that point yet.
Okay. So I think that you have a certain concept in your mind that I'm not assuming. So
Okay, see this line right here? This black line?
Yes, that's the apparent horizon. Yes.
No. Well, yes. Okay. Yes. I thought you were going to say something else. My bad. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, show me where there's miraging around this boat that would make this boat obstructed now. Because, again, my question stands, how is it that wait, where is it first? Because it needs to be in a place. Otherwise, it's all wrong.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Again, gentlemen, in the video with Toady, we discuss better shot.
That's nice. That's done.
Please don't interrupt me. Please don't
stop talking about past.
Please don't interrupt me.
Too late.
He just wants you to answer the question, not jump to the past to a different conversation.
Yeah. I just want that question to be answered.
So I'll say this. This image doesn't have as clear of a inferior mirage as others have. So what I'll say is, put your cursor.
Oh no, it has a really good one. Just not where you're sitting.
Please don't interrupt me. Just let me
Too late.
finish.
Travis, hang on.
You made it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sean.
We know that there's a miraging effect in this image.
Not sure why you're interrupting me. You asked me a question. I'm trying to answer the question, and you're interrupting me.
Because
you're not actually.
Where is the line?
I'm trying
miraging
to explain it
that
to you,
obstructs
Sean.
the boat.
I'm trying to explain it to you, Sean.
Okay.
Well, answer and then qualify. Don't qualify, then answer.
Okay.
Don't tell me how.
Travis,
Listen,
Travis, it's okay.
Don't
Travis,
tell me
Travis,
how
go
to
ahead.
answer this question.
Travis, go ahead.
Yeah, but the image is now gone, so I can't see it.
No, it's still there.
Okay, Sean, on my phone, I can't see it. I saw it a moment ago. I saw you put the X on it. I can't see it now, sir. I'm not sure what to tell you.
I see it fine.
I'm glad you can. I
push on my icon.
So what I'm going to try to. Yeah, I can see your icon. It says Sean G, and it says true something with a flame something.
Yeah, true.
That's all I can see, man.
TRUUTUBE.
There are two icons.
Yeah, you may need to click on the other one.
Click on the icon, Travis, with the little white box in the center of it.
Click on the icon with the white box in the center of it. I did. It's not coming up, gentlemen.
No, the phone will do that every once in a while. No, it will do it every once in a while.
So from memory, what I was going to tell you to do was to put your cursor at the top of the bow. It kind of looks like a red bow, like the edge of the boat would. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay. So if you were to follow that down to about a midway point and then go back out like a lesser than sign, at the point at which you choose to go back out is going to be the line that is the inferior mirage. At that point, the mirror is blocking everything below that.
No. Nope.
Don't tell me no. You're absolutely wrong.
The picture says no.
I don't care. You're misinterpreting
I'm telling
the
you
data.
Right now, let me get rid of all this crap because I'm telling you right now, there's no line where you're saying, sir. That is resolution.
That's
that makes
because
that
I
guy,
said.
You know that
that's
bow
because
that
I
boat?
said the image that you have doesn't have as clear an image as I showed and talked to Toady about, which
This
is
is
what I
off
was
your
trying
video.
to tell you guys.
This is from your video.
It doesn't mean that I have uniform footage all throughout, Sean.
Oh, I didn't know.
You simply chose a part that doesn't have as clear of an image. That's all.
Oh, well, I can fix that. I just go back to the video. Duh. That's Sean. I got this. There we go.
But like I
Video.
said, I still can't see the video, so I don't know what you're showing.
I don't.
So at this point,
Travis, you have to hold up. Well, just to help him out, you can close down your meet, open it back up, and it'll pull it up.
It'll like a refresh. Okay. So
Yep,
you want me to drop and rejoin?
Yeah, I had to do it.
Sean, in your chat, if you go up and follow the ones, you'll see a poll that was taken by Trish Blythe asking politely to leave Travis's footage alone until he provides numbers for them.
Yeah, but it's so fun. It's so obvious. It doesn't even
He's
need
missing
numbers.
a great
That's the
deal of
thing.
the island in that shot.
I mean, in this, you really don't need numbers for this one. This is a pretty good one because I'm not seeing any miraging around the boat, and this is pretty clear. Travis, man, gotta explain this one image right here.
It's actually a really interesting image because you can tell that there's superior miraging and inferior miraging going on at different levels as you go out. It's really quite cool.
Yep.
And if this is early morning, like it appears to be, then it makes perfect sense.
Well, I can tell you, let's see. If this boat is this boat traveling in approximately the same direction as that last boat, Travis?
No, it's traveling the exact opposite direction.
No, it's traveling the same direction. It's traveling roughly in the same direction.
Is the other one not headed out? Is the other one not headed out to sea towards the left?
Well,
it was actually going
that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you watch the video, once he got to the island, he turned the boat and shut down the engine.
Yeah, this could be. This is most likely morning. If it was the evening, the sun would actually be coming from where that island is.
Not quite.
Well,
the sun would still be in a different. That's south of his. The island is south of his position.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you bring up the other boat real fast?
And the boat, so its left is facing east, and its driver's or the passenger side would be facing west. So depending on what side is getting the sun would depend on where the sun is. And the sun in this image is on its driver's side, which means it's coming from the east, which means most likely the morning because the sun is actually only on one side of the boat and not over the boat.
Yeah. Sean, can you pull up the other image real fast?
What? What other image?
The one that has the blue lighting on it.
That and the lighthouses are shadowed on the right side.
Yeah, I just can't tell. It doesn't look like that boat's going. The one in the blue it doesn't look to me like it's headed the same direction as this boat. It looks like it heads off to the left.
It's going to the same island, right, Travis?
You have to unmute, Travis.
No, the one on the left is making trolling circles, and it's going back and forth. It's zigzagging back and forth. It's not going in a uniform linear direction.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, if the boat on the right's going to the right, that's something I just I couldn't tell necessarily.
Well, if it's
they're
both. Well, we know that means that boat isn't moving that boat's bow, like the hull, isn't moving. It's in the water, and it's going very slow. We know the boat on the right isn't. Again, I would say the one on the right, fuck it. We don't need that one. Why? Because, I mean, realistically, it could be crossing your horizon. It could not be. But until we know the distance of that boat, it makes zero difference. But the boat on the left is basically going slow enough that we can call that still. And the obstruction that we're looking at, you know what? Let's say it's a wave, but the problem is it's a video, and that wave does not go away. If it was a wave, it would change drastically over moments. So I'm going to say that its obstruction can't be atmospheric conditions because we've already identified where these conditions are occurring, and one of them is definitely not that horizon. And now here's why I asked. But here's why I asked: where is the miraging happening at the horizon? And the reason I asked that is because the only way it could be obstruction due to your reasoning would be if that line was under the horizon.
Okay,
That's
so
the only way it could be the obstruction.
Okay. So I asked you before if you could draw if you draw a line on the picture, can you move it, or is it just a one and done?
No, this is your video.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question.
What?
If you draw a line,
Yeah, it sucks when that happens, doesn't it?
If you draw a line on the picture, can you move the line afterwards freely, or is it just once you draw the line, it's there and it stays there?
It probably stays there. I can probably move it. I don't know.
Okay, so put your cursor with the ability to draw.
Okay.
Can you make a line right now?
Yes,
okay.
I can, Travis.
Okay. All right. So if you were to put the cursor at the water line and the hull, from what you can see, right? Just go by that, right? And then just raise that cursor a little bit up into the boat and draw a horizontal line. No, up into the boat, not on the horizon.
Why?
Will you do it, please, and then I'll explain.
Doesn't make sense.
Okay, let me then just do what I'm saying, and then it will.
You don't have to yell at me, Travis.
I'm trying not to.
Trying, man. Damn. Okay. Where in the boat?
Above the water.
Okay. Anywhere.
Across the boat. Across the boat. Do it at the bow. I would do it at the bow because you have the white to contrast it.
Like that.
That's too high, but whatever.
Jesus Christ.
I said bow. I said bow. I
don't
said
fucking
through the middle of the
I'm
bow.
not a fucking captain of a boat, so guess what? Kiss my ass.
Just slightly
He
above
doesn't
the
drive
water
boats like
line.
Cliff.
Is that okay?
Just slightly above the water. That's good enough because it's gonna still gonna kick you in the balls no matter what I say.
Okay, whatever.
That everything below that line is a mirage and is blocking the boat. Actually, I know that you can say that, gentlemen. I know that you can say that, but
I can say it
that's
because
my
you're
claim.
wrong.
Oh, you're very
I
wrong,
know
Travis.
that you can. I know that you can say that. I know that you can say that.
Travis,
Yes, Sean.
You want to know how I know you're wrong?
When you say,
Because I
okay,
took
look,
a screenshot
you know
of that
what?
image as well.
When you said,
and we were
okay,
looking at it, Travis. The problem
great. That's great.
there's no line. There's no. Just say no. Say it. Say it with me, Travis. Say it.
Okay, when you're
say it, Travis. Say no.
Talking this way, it's not. When you're talking this way, it's not as annoying as Bob the Science Guy, but it's the same snarkiness. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
You're being snarky.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Listen, guys. I'm really trying to be as honest with you guys as possible. But I think that if you watched the entire video, you would have more information and dynamics with what's going on in front of you than these isolated images that Sean is able to show you right now. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. But you're saying,
but Travis, isn't that the whole point of having those images? Is to have something that we can look at?
But if there are better images to show you what I'm trying to say, then we need to have those to look at. Okay.
Okay. So this is what's going to do. Because hey guys. Because first of all, Jose's on, and I like an asshole didn't even think about it. But this is what I'm going to do because I'm interested, and unlike people in the chat. Believe it or not, I know it's kind of hard to hang out and listen to, but he is giving us the data that we all want. Slowly, very slow. I know his answers aren't correct, but he is giving us data. We have enough to understand what's happening in those images, and this is what I want to start doing. I'm going to invite anyone that's on the panel right now. Pretty much right after I do this, I'm going to watch Travis's video. But I'm going to do it in the meetup and basically give you my reactions as it happens because that's just the best time. I have this wonderful little paint tool, so I'm going to go ahead and draw all over it. But the idea for that is just I have the information. I've written it down. We know where everything is, and I kind of want to be able to freely say it without it. It just doesn't. I feel like you're driving right now, Travis. It's not fair. But if you heard what I had to say, once you're at home, relaxing, and can react, then it'd be fair. That's where I'm at on it. So
now I won't be home until 11:30.
Okay, well, guess what, Travis? I don't sleep. I'm a vampire.
That's not late where he is.
Nope, not even close to late.
Okay, well, I have to pick my sister up from the airport at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'll try to stay as late as I can.
At least you didn't say you can't. Thank you. Okay, so like I said, guys, on the panel, I already have the video up and everything. That's what I'm gonna do. Probably after that or later on, I may invite a few people from the bunker to sit on another video from Chris Berry and have a reaction video with that as well. I'm going to post it up as an upload, but before I do that, I'll do it. We're gonna do an overlook of it on the stream, so people have an idea what it will be like. I just realized I kind of want to do that a few times, so it makes a little bit more sense on how things work. So what we're gonna do now is a very quick outros. Start with my list, and today we're gonna go down the list. BigBlue.
Bye, guys.
Brian.
Well, that was as to the point as you get. I'll follow up and say the same. Bye, y'all.
Erebus.
Later, dudes.
Shawn Smith.
Let's all go watch Jose.
Travis, your turn. There it is. They and them.
I would just like you all to remember coming along to see the first stream from a Marvel Girl show, and I would like to extend the invitation to anyone on the panel if they would like to come on to the stream if they like what they see. Please feel free to reach out.
Yeah, make sure you get that link out there so we have it everywhere. Oh, perfect. I see it there right now. Yeah, go do that. That is tomorrow. So what I'm going to do, I just copy and pasted that information. I'm going to go ahead and post it in, like my little post that I have in the community thing. I'll make sure I post that so everyone knows that's going on. And I'd like to say thank everyone. I'm not going to rant at all. I say we all go say what's up to Jose and give him the love. Peace. Oh, I will let everyone in the bunker know when I'm going to do the watching of these videos. I said I was going to do it right after, but I actually want to go to Jose's. So look out for that if you're in the bunker. All right, guys, that's how quick we're going to end this one. Like I said, Jose's on, and like an asshole, I forgot to announce it. So get the fuck over there. I'm going to be out of here. Other than that, guys, I enjoyed today. Believe it or not, I'm not sick of Travis. I like Travis. I think he just doesn't understand. I think if the obstruction conversation comes through to him, then it will destroy a lot of what he's thinking. So that's why I continue on. That's why I will not stop. I know you guys may not like it, but I actually enjoy talking to Travis. The fun guy. With that said, guys, I'm out here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Maybe later. I don't know. Crazier things have happened.